Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Orla Live for Thursday, the 24th of April 2025. My name is Paul Fitzsimons. I'll be joined by Orla Donohoe now in the next while. I think I'll be joined by Anthony and a few others as well, just to discuss the plan for Saturday and what have you. So, yeah, it should be a good show. We had Ballyfermot says no. There was a big protest in Ballyfermot this evening. There was a great turnout at 24 hours notice. I'll be playing the video on that as well. We have Gavin Pepper talking about out of the mosque today, talking about that the government need to come out and tell us exactly what happened, because we're hearing all sorts of stories about it. And I was actually onto a friend of mine in guard today, and I just said a few things to him. So I'm waiting to hear back. You know what I mean? But the stuff going on in the background there that we know nothing about, you know what I mean? We really is. I also have Gavin. I have two from Gavin, actually. He wants Jim O'Callaghan to explain about the mosque. Also, an Irish mother had to go from Dublin to Belfast to have a baby because there was no incubators in the country of Ireland. She had to go up north, and she has to register her child as an English citizen now because of that, through no fault of her own. But we let Gavin do that now in a while and talk about that now in a while. I've actually sent the link on to Gav as well to see that he want to come on and have a chat with us later on as well. But I'll just go through a few of the comments. The weather washout tomorrow. Bring your brollies. Tomorrow, it's not, let it rain tomorrow. It's Saturday, mate. Let's not worry about it. Saturday is more important. Yeah. Saturday is the day. Yeah, everyone is geared up for this. You know what I mean? Yes, the 26th, as far as I can see, is looking good. Excuse me. Good evening, Paul, Vincent, Drakovic, Mary, and Finn. Looking forward to a great show. So am I. I hope it is a great show now, to be honest with you. You're bigging me up there, and we haven't even got into it yet. Evening all. How you doing, Michael? John, fair play. Thanks for everyone who's in here now at the minute. We're up to 200 already, mate. Fair play. Even all, and Bertie. Happy birthday, Dad. Happy birthday, the band against Dad. Hi, Anne-Marie and all. Yeah. Evening, Frank and Michael. John, good evening, everyone. Super to everyone. Jesus, they're flying in here. Daniel O.H. Yeah. Hi, Paul. How are you? Hi, Anne-Marie. Hello. It's raining men in Dublin. Yeah, it sure is. I was born in Belfast. I'm not registered as English. Okay, I didn't know that. It's just, listen, I just seen the video from Gavin. Paul, what's the story with Tom? Listen, we can talk about Tom in a while. Tom will probably come on himself and tell you what the story is. You know what I mean? So, yeah, we'll see. You know what I mean? But we'll talk about Tom later on. We've seen the video, and he has come out. He reckons it's not safe. You know what I mean? Like, listen, we all reckon it's not safe. You know what I mean? But he came out and said it. So, you know, we'll talk to Tom later on. You know what I mean? Tom McDonald. Tom McDonald popped up a video saying he's not going. Yeah, well, listen, we know he's not going, and we know why he's not going. So, like, listen, he's going to get slated either way. So, you know what I mean? So, yeah, he said he's not going, and we're not a whip system. So, you're not told what to do in the party, like, you know what I mean? And again, he said it was himself, you know what I mean? That this is down to him, that he doesn't want to go. So, listen, there's a lot of stuff going on in the background, people, that people wouldn't be privy to, that we would be privy to, that we've heard different stories from different people and the whole lot. I'm not going to get into it, but listen, when you see all the lefties coming out saying there's going to be trouble, you know what I mean? Listen, we knew there was going to be trouble, and anyway, they're going to blame it on us in anyway, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to move this bleeding out of my way. There it is there. I'm going to bring up the lovely Orla. Hello, Orla, how are you?
Hi, Paul, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Grand. Plowing on, as I say.
Can we get a few sing-songs and chants on Saturday during the event? Do you know what? A good friend of mine told me this today, asked me to put it out on the show. I'll do it again later on. Everybody that has Spotify, download some of your ballad music, ballad songs, and every 10 or 15 people play songs, you know what I mean? That it's thumping through the crowd, you know what I mean? And people are singing along to it. You know, make it a festival, jovial atmosphere, you know what I mean? Instead of all doom and gloom and all them Egypts shouting at us and the whole lot. Has that been called off? Like it said that it's been called off. Now, why has it been called off? You know, that's what I'd be asking. That's the
Bit
question I'd be
strange.
asking. What do the lefties know that we don't know? You know what I mean? And
Well,
we've been
I've
given a bit
seen,
more information.
I've seen posters where it said cancelled on it, so on X, so must be.
But I've also seen posters where this one has been cancelled as well. You know what I mean? So, you know, yeah. Good evening, Paul, and good evening, chat. How are you doing? What's this? What time Saturday is the match, Paul? What time Saturday is the match, Paul? What match? What match? Liverpool are playing Sunday, as far as I know. I don't know about Saturday, to be honest. The mystery of 800 lodges in Ireland, and no one blinks an eye. Yeah. Good evening, Orla. Michael John.
Hi, Michael.
Hi,
How are
Orla.
you?
Hi, Orla. 800 lodges, shadow government. You're still under the thumb. Good evening, Orla. Bring Bluetooth speakers. Yeah, if you can. Yeah, it's up to, yeah. And just carry it with you on your shoulder. Like, remember years ago, you had your boombox. Well, I had a boombox. Like, my boombox was huge.
No, Paul. That was a log or something you had in the 1500s. They didn't exist back then.
I tell you,
they've been around for so long, they're just getting mixed up.
It played sweet music, let me tell you. No, I had the big huge one.
Jaden will be in later on to rectify that, Paul, and remind you that you've been around for hundreds of years.
Enough with songs. Stop wasting time. Line up speakers. We don't know who the speakers are, to be honest with you. We haven't got a clue. There's no queen like an Irish queen. Yeah, we will rock you. Can't beat a good old sing song. Alive. Oh, yeah. Claire Clarkson has a lot to say on TikTok. This is exactly it. I'm going to play her now in a while. She has a lot to say. Obviously, these people are worried sick. I'm telling you now. And, I'm not a government shill. I don't get paid by the government. I don't do this. She's getting money. You follow the money, you'll see where the money's coming from. The leftists have launched their own PSYOP campaign, it seems. Well, yeah, they have. Of course they have. And it seems to be working. You know what I mean? It's getting out to people there. You know what I mean? And ordinary Joe Soaps, listen, look, you know what I mean? Paul, are you a size queen? What's a size queen? No, not really. Well, sounds, the sounds need to be blared in your ears. There's no good having music going diddly-oi, unless it's going thump, you know what I mean? MDC, who cares what the guards and lefties are up to? If we have big numbers, they will be irrelevant. Keep it peaceful. Listen, okay, MDC. I seen this happening last year, in February last year. We had 10,000 people there. The guards never uttered the word to us. It was, go ahead, sir, do this, sir, do that, sir. As soon as 60 or 7 people left to go up Gardiner Street to go and up to Enoch Burke, that's when they turned on the people, when there was no numbers there. So what's going to happen is they're going to try the same shit again, I'd say. They'll be watching people, where they're going, what they're doing, and then they'll move in. I hope they don't. I hope it all goes well, and all we can do is pray to God that it does go well. But you have to be aware here of the shit that could happen. You know what I mean? It really could kick off. You know what I mean? And if these
there's paid agitators, like, you know. So
yeah. Can Logs play Kylie Minogue? Yeah.
Don't encourage him, Kathy, please.
Everything was bigger years ago. As you get older, things shrink. Yeah, don't do it, lady. Know it. NGOs, 6 billion a year. Some things just are obsolete, aren't they? Never mind shrinking. Paul, looking very studious tonight. Thanks very much. Cheers. I love it. Sorry, Paul. What time is the match on Saturday? What match? What time?
Don't know. Is Liverpool playing?
I don't know. I don't think so. I thought it was Sunday, but it doesn't matter. She will win the league, and anyway, don't worry about it.
Hi, Teresa.
We are the media tonight. Yeah, we are. Yeah, we're trying to get it out. And anyway, Jesus, lads, we're flying. We're up to 400 already. There, fair play to you. I'll just edit this because I had it.
We heard that, Daniel. Yeah, that Malachy Steenson said it was only elected councillors speaking.
Yeah, Malachy Steenson has said on Niall Boyle that only elected representatives are speaking. Okay, so that means 6 reps. Is it Gavin, Glenn, Malachy, Patrick Quinlan, Tom McDonald would have been one, but he's not going, and Phil Sutcliffe. Okay, so that's the 6 speakers. Okay, fair enough.
What about Linda? Is it Linda DeCourcy?
She wouldn't be seen with us, I don't think. I'm just saying that. You know, I'm surprised Nick Delahanty is coming over as well. He doesn't usually go to protests, but I'm going to play his video now in a minute just to see what he has to say. But I'm going to play this video. This is Ballyfermot says no. This is 24 hours notice. So can you imagine what Saturday will be like? I'm just going to play this.
Let the ambulance boy there, boys. There's an ambulance going to go, boys. Look. Let the ambulance through.
That's some crowd for 24 hours notice, isn't it? Jesus. Sorry there. Someone said it could be a typo. We could be putting in match instead of march. Sorry, the march starts at 2. The protest starts at 2. Get there early, but get there early and we can meet, we can chat, we can, you know, network, we can do what we have to do. That's what this is all about, is about networking and having chats, you know what I mean? And talking to different people about what you can do in your own area. Because you can't just be doing stuff in Dublin. This needs to be done all around the country in a coordinated attack. When I say attack, I don't mean attack. I mean, we need to do this as one, you know? So, yeah. And as I said, it's 2 o'clock. I'll be there from 1:30. You know, I'm going to help giving out a few, there's loads of flags to be given out. So, yeah, there won't be one for everyone in the audience because there should be thousands of people there, but there'll be a couple of hundred there. So, and you can't hold on to any for anyone just in case anyone is asking. First come, first served. Well, unless you're a mate of mine, we might hold 1 or 2 for you, but we'll see, you know. But, yeah, we go on to another couple of comments here. Hang on. Evening, Casper. Good evening, Eddie. A statement was released saying it was not going to be used as an iPass. Was that the place out in Ballyfermot? I didn't hear that. Hillbilly, hope you're good, brother. Okay. Here we go. Pat McGowan. Oh, those who can't make it Saturday the best way. Okay, I'll have a look at that. People need to get off their PC and get out and meet people, as Google will shut down speech. Yes, I actually put up the Conor McGregor video, the hour-long thing the other day on the YouTube channel. It was up an hour, and bang, gone. It's taken straight down. Paul, for those who can't make it Saturday, what's the best way to show support? I'd happily sign a petition of support, and I bet it would get thousands upon thousands more signatures. We can talk about that. We can ask about that. Yeah, we could listen. We could probably do it ourselves. Ireland First could probably even do something like that. You know what I mean? But we'll talk about it again. See us all Saturday. Yeah, don't get totally pissed up. Cops will be. Yes, listen. I'm a prime example of what the cops can actually do because you know I was arrested last year for doing absolutely nothing. So yeah, and now I'm up on weapons charges and I'm a terrorist, and you know what I mean. Well done, Pat. Yeah, thanks, Pat. Daniel H. We need to be vigilant. We must remove people with masks and face covering and ask them why they are there. The nationalists in England go through the same shit. Yeah, it's true. Maliki said this today on the Niall Boylan thing, and I heard him saying that people with masks don't come. You know what I mean? We'll ask you to leave, and he knows people are worried about jobs and everything else, you know. 37 likes over 169 watching. Come on, smash the button to tickle the algorithm. Thanks, 420. Oh, it's fair play to you. Yes, lads, I'm going to put this up there again. Yes, you can contact us. You can contact us on 089 203 1521 on WhatsApp. You can also get us live on X at FitzyDub, at Anthony L. Casey, at Ruggermorph27, and on Facebook, Paul Fitzsimons, Freedom Network, and on the Irish channel.com/live. So, yeah. Okay. Keep smashing it there, people. I'm rural and wide awake. I'm glad to hear that, mate. I've seen something of getting the Irish abroad to vote. Yeah. Watch out for false flags. This is what we're saying. But this is what we are trying to emphasize here, people. You need to be vigilant. Like if you have kids around with you, try keep the kids away from I just don't know. You know what I mean?
I know.
There will be agitators there. We've seen them there before. You know what I mean? We've seen them there before. But I think because this is going to be so big, I think we'll have fellas in the crowd with us and everything that we don't know that could start acting the maggot with the coppers, you know, could get it kicked off. They smooth into the background there, cheerio, and the 6 lads at the front get bet to a pulp. This is how it works, you know what I mean? But if we're all vigilant, we're all wide, happy days. You know what I mean? What happened in Clonskee? We don't know. Well done to the people of Ballyfermot and surrounding areas. Yeah, well done to them. Yeah, undercover cops wear masks. Exactly. We all need to watch one another's backs and move as one. We do, Daniel. That's what we need to do. Garda management are extremely worried that the lefty scum are going to attack our protest march and they will have the water cannon units in the vicinity. I've seen them, but now I'm seeing that the pictures I've been getting have been of the water unit, not the, you know, not the actual things. Did you see the other side protest for open borders, even do the border open and letting refugees in, doing protest on same day, same place? But has it been called off? Like I don't know. You know what I mean? Sunglasses mess up the facial recognition cameras. Yeah.
And a baseball cap.
Ulysses, what's this? YouTube.com. I don't know what that is now, to be honest with you. But HTTP YouTube, if you want to watch that. No, it's no place for kids. But a lot of people are coming in with their kids. That's the thing. You know what I mean? That's Noel Boylan. Is that okay? Noel Boylan. It's no place for kids. Sorry. Yeah. I voted from abroad and it was enabled to do. I would vote from abroad if I was enabled to do so. We should be able to vote from abroad. Yeah. 100%. Yeah. Podge. Yeah. They'll all have their rent a crowd trying to piss us off again. Lads, this is exactly what they're going to do. They done it last year. What they'll do is they'll have all them gobshites at the GPO with surrounded by coppers. And then they'll have us walking down and they'll make us march between 2 trucks where only 10 or 15 of us can get through at any given time. And they will start attacking that 10 or 15. You know what I mean? That's what they'll do. Somebody turns on them then. Like, our march, they didn't even want to get down O'Connell Street the last time. We were supposed to turn left down onto Sackville Place or Seville Place or whatever it was. They head down and down the other way, down to Gardiner Street. And the guards blocked that off completely. Wouldn't let us go down. They funneled us down through the hot gates. And that's where all the trouble. It wasn't even trouble. The lads were given a bit of stick and this, that, and the other. But again, all outfielders, all dirty old granddads. That's all they are now that's there with them, with their LGBT bleeding flags and everything else. They haven't got a life, like, you know what I mean? Well done, Dublin. All of Ireland should do the protest in their own village or village Saturday. Yeah, they should, if they can. Sunny with Paul Murphy. Yeah. Don't bring kids, people are saying. I wouldn't bring my kids anywhere. Now, okay, I don't bring my kids anywhere like that because just in case there's trouble. You can't. I'm sorry. Don't forget the lefties are the ones that will try to provoke. We know that's exactly why we're trying to stop this. Keep the focus on the subject at hand. Yeah. Needs to be peaceful. Yeah, it really does. We need to expose the contractors who are gaining from all of it all. Well, I think we have a list, the Shinanadina list of who's actually making money from this. Shoulder to shoulder, not tuggish shit. Yeah. I wear a mask and glasses. Gardaí take snaps too. Yeah, I understand they do. I really do understand they do. But that's what they're going to do. This will be they'll be taking pictures of everybody here now. They will. Will they single out and target some? They will single you out and target some. Yes, they will. Yeah, of course they will. You know, I'm going to be going live and anyway. I don't care. I'll be live from 2 o'clock till 4 o'clock. I'll have my live stream going on Twitter. So anyone wants to watch us, you can watch us live on Twitter.
And do make sure and buy the Sunday World the next day because Paul will be front page.
Catch me sticking my tongue out again. That's what they do. Even if they get a good picture, you'll go with that one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, go get a good picture. Yeah. I'll get a good picture of you, Paul, and send it in and say, can you please use this instead?
They won't. Turn around the other way and do not let them funnel you. Turn about. Yeah, we could do that. Yeah. But again, I don't know whether I'll be at the front of the crowd or where I'll be. You know what I mean? As I said, I'll be live streaming. So bring your own media and record. Getting budding journalists out to ask locals questions, get the coverage. Exactly. Well, that's what I'll be doing. I'll be live and I'll be asking people as I'm walking by them, what do you think of this? And, you know, what's your thoughts and everything else. Yeah. Hey, fellas, what's this? The Hawks attacked the Eagles in Clonskee. Yeah. The Hawks, are they the Pakistans? And the other ones are, yeah. Video today on Maru's show, non-Irish counter protest for 26th. No, are you having? Yeah, okay. Nick Della Cunt. Okay. I'm not going to knock him, like, you know what I mean? I'm just, listen, Nick hasn't been to anything before, you know what I mean? He hasn't, like, he talks about different stuff and everything else, fair play to him, I'll give him that, but you need to nail your flag to the banner here, to the pole here, you know what I mean? You're either with us or you're not with us. You're either willing to talk about the migrants and, you know, and do that, or fuck off, as far as I'm concerned, you know what I mean? Film everything to counter MSN lawyers. Yeah, I'll be filming everything. Teresa O'Neill, what's the route for Saturday, guys? We haven't got a clue. Nobody knows the route. Nobody has a clue. How is it a demonstration when they control absolutely everything? Well, this is what they do, isn't it? I think we'll have to talk to them now before and tell them the route and all sorts of shit. Like, you know what I mean? If they do anything silly, they will be held accountable. Well, I hope so. You know what I mean? I hope so. And the more of us that are videoing this live,
Yeah.
the less they can do. The less they can do if we're all live. If everyone is going live, we'll all be watching each other's streams. Likewise, Paul bringing power banks to keep the phone broadcasting live. Their word against my phone. Yeah. Yeah. Fear mongering is being used to keep people away from the protest. Now, people text me today to say Tom was fear mongering and the whole lot. Listen, I think Tom was just spelling out a few things. That's all. You know what I mean? I don't think there's
He just wants people to be safe.
Tom's afraid.
You know.
Yeah, that's all I think he wants. You know.
But he's telling people it's their own decision what they want to do. If they want to go or they don't want to go, it's their decision.
Well, people are going to go anyway. You know what I mean? Like they are. You know what I mean? Irrelevant to what Tom says or anyone else. Blessed be Paul. Yes.
So we had the march back. Remember the time we had the protest back in May of last year, and there was huge crowds at it, and there was no trouble whatsoever.
Yeah, I know. I'm just reading that there. What or the passive. Our local church wanted us to donate a 10 or 2, a person of color or different ethnicity to you on Easter. He's not going back there. Okay. Well,
for God's sake.
It's the same in Knock. The same shit's going on in Knock. The parish priest is telling them, oh, we all need to be nice to our neighbours and our new neighbours coming into the country, the whole lot. Knock will be decimated.
They love us and they love Christianity so much. And they're so vocal about how much they love us as well.
Yeah, somebody said that to me earlier as well. Bring signs with facts for the world to see. This is exactly now. It's a bit late now to do it, but we were talking about this today. Next time we get leaflets with all the facts on it and just give out the leaflets to people as you're walking down the street, you know. That's what Wake Up Era do. Wake Up Era do great drops, I have to say. And I'd say they'll be there. And Barry and everyone in it does great work, you know. The mosque in Clonskee has a connection with the band Muslim Brotherhood. Well, the Muslim Brotherhood are a terrorist organisation. Simple as. And it seems this has... I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to play Gavin's thing from today. He was out there today and he'll explain it to you.
How are you, folks? Councillor Gavin Pepper here. And I'm over here at the Islamic Cultural Centre of Ireland, right, which is actually closed. It's in Clonskee, as you can see. Big facility. And it's closed. And the government aren't being very transparent into the reason why it's closed. And they need to come out and tell people the truth. See, when it comes to what's going on in Ireland, right, this particular place, the government in America were investigating it as far back as 2011 in relation to its affiliation with the Muslim Brotherhood, right? For you in Ireland that don't know who the Muslim Brotherhood is, Ibrahim Halawa, whose father was an imam in here, went over to Egypt to protest for them. And the Irish government spent over $1 million to bring him home. Where's Lynn Boylan and Dottie the draft dodger of Sinn Féin who demanded it back then? If they aren't to say in relation to this, what's going on in your country is a disgrace. You have ISIS training up in the Wicklow Mountains. You had terrorists training up in the University of Galway Hospital, right? You had Elisa Smith. You had a man that came over here from England that was on the South Circular Road that said he would die for ISIS, right? You had a second affiliation of Al-Qaeda, second in command, saying that Ireland was a soft touch for terrorism, right? What's going on in your country? How are these things happening? Irish people say they should be put to the forefront And the honesty should be coming out about this place. At the end of the day, there'll just be children and all in this building. So you should come out and be honest about it. Now, in relation, there was a protest on Saturday on the 26th, and Sinn Féin have sent out their old lackey, Claire Clarkson, to try people, make people afraid of it. Well, I encourage anybody that comes to the protest to come peacefully, have your say, and peacefully protest.
Well said, Gavin. Well said. I'm going, Cathy Marie, don't ask me anything on that live stream or we will need another swear jar for the cause. Yeah, blessed be to everyone. Jaden Christ, he has arrived. I'm sure you have something for me here. But I'm just going to share this here. Hang on. This was just sent in to me there as well. This is Ibrahim Halawi, profile of Irish prisoner freed in Egypt. Ibrahim Halawi, 21-year-old Irish man, spent more than 4 years of his life in prison in Egypt after he was arrested on a family summer holiday. Now, that's, yeah. Ibrahim Halawi graduates from UCD Law School after 4 cold and dark years in Egyptian prison. He shouldn't have went there. Simple as. You know what I mean? But his father was the imam of out there. I think it cost $1 million to get him home or something like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
While their own people are dying on the streets, like, you know what I mean? We're bringing this fella, this Irish man, back from Egypt because he went over there protesting. He didn't just go there on holidays. That's not what happened. That's the spinny story. You know what I mean? He was over there. He was giving loads of shit in a mosque or something, or protesting about whatever, and that's why he got arrested. They allowed the freestyle. Yeah. I have a video there from the other day from the Free Palestine. 5 Gardaí. 5 Gardaí is all that was there. And look what they are. Look at town now today. There's barricades everywhere. It's like we're just scum. You know, that we're dirt. We're nothing. You know what I mean? Compared to these fucking yahoos that have come into our country and taken over our country. You know what I mean? This is our country. This is Ireland. This is not Pakistan. This is not played in Syria or Palestine. This is Ireland. You want to come in here, you abide by our rules. You don't come in here and start acting the MAGA. End of story. Yeah. You don't try and push your religion on Irish people. That's not how it works here, lads. You know what I mean? And they should be ran out everywhere they go into as well. I don't care what anyone says. Absolutely, Paul. We are the media. Yeah, we are. Hi, Jaden. I had to change my name to use. A user had difficulty. Lol. Drakovic. I can say that now, no problem. Hello, Anna. Don't call it a protest. It's a peaceful assembly. Yes, it is a peaceful assembly. Wonder how RTE report tonight now versus what they reported the lefties in RTE the other day. They won't even report on ours. They won't, and they'll report 100 or 200 people. So that's why everyone needs to have their phone at the ready, your video and everything, and get it everywhere. Let everyone see. Lads here in the Gardaí are going to be strict on people video recording in their face. How strict can they be when there is no legislation or law in place? Listen, how strict are they with this Section 8 and this Section 6 and Section... That's a make you up law. That's a make you up legislation that they brought in for COVID and it's still here. And that's what they're doing people on. So, yeah, put it in their face. Let them see you're not afraid of them. You know what I mean? I'm not going to take my phone away. If I'm videoing something, they're in a public place. Tough shit. Get over it. It's the only reason they'll stop you is if they're doing something wrong. Yeah. If they're not doing something wrong, they let you go ahead and go about your business. Yeah, everyone's patriotic duty to be there if they can. Frank, hopefully they don't march around the Garden of Remembrance. It must be a long walk. I really don't know what they're doing. Andy Quirk is making up 10,000 flags to hand out. Legend. Has he got 10,000? I thought you only had 100. I thought you had a couple of hundred. I don't know how many he has now, to be honest. But
fair play to Andy.
Oh yeah, he's brilliant. Like, you know what I mean? He really is. You know what I mean? And have I nothing else there? Yeah, let me see what we have there. Right, I'm gonna just go. We just went with the crowd in Ballyfermot, so I'm gonna go with. They done a few. I think someone spoke at it. I haven't watched it yet, but I'll watch it here now with you. So we'll go with that.
messing around. No messing around up here, boys. Sorry, you're...
Mommy, the market's gone. Get them out! Get them out! Get them out! Oh my God!
Okay, as well, guys.
Let the ambulance car go by.
And the fur. What is the story?
That's the story, Herraty.
Oh, it's the crack. It's a great turnout, isn't it? For sure, no. It's fucking savage. Imagine up the road, but it's like, get up there quick. No confirmation about the place. They're kind of denying it or what? Usual. It's a great turnout, for sure, no. So get down the fucking country. Great turnout here, lads. All place blocked up for you.
Stand in the middle of the road, there's a screw thing to get through. Down to the prison.
Everybody.
Well.
Fair play to Bobby Fairmont now.
Yeah, isn't that fair there a minute ago?
Yeah.
Look like him.
A friend of mine just posted in there, Deirdre, 2 mosques under construction, nearly completed in Blanchardstown, one next door to my estate. Our objections were shut down, pushed through FCC and approved planning, and work started while our objections were being handed in. See, this is what's happening here, you know what I mean? And it's all Muslim stuff, you know what I mean? Like, how many of these have got into power now as councillors, as your man Anna McKenby and all that? I'd say he's a Muslim too, that fella, you know what I mean? Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know, you know what I mean? But
this is what happened over in England. They started getting into positions of power.
Yeah, every one of them. The Prime Minister was one.
The mayors,
all the mayors, all the mayors. Imams competing for how they will divide up Ireland going forward, and they got into fisticuffs. I think I actually have the video there to play. I'll play it now in a minute. Have I got it there? No, I'll get it now in a minute. But I'll pull it down now. Have it there. Yeah, Paul, what happened? Pull that down there now. This is what happened out in the mosque. There was fisticuffs and fights and everything else. We're just going to share that now.
I saw some tips of it.
I'm just going to share this now. This is Andy Quirk. I don't know whether you can read it or not. I'll make it bigger there. So It's okay to feel scared, but it's never okay to be a coward. Feel the fear and do it anyway. Get on the right side of history. Never give up and never give in. Andy. Yeah, fair play to Andy. Yeah, he's doing his bit. I have to say, fair play to him.
He's doing fantastic work. He's brilliant.
He really is.
Yeah, no, I saw the videos of them fighting because, I mean, obviously they are the religion of peace.
Stop, man. Religion of peace, me arse.
Mm-hmm.
Someone just at descending in there. I remember McDonald and Sinn Féin fighting and fundraising to have this terrorist brought back to Ireland. Then the photos of him on the back of the trailer in Egypt inciting revolution started to be published, and we knew the truth about the terrorist. He was then given free third education in UCD, paid for by the taxpayers. Yeah,
Of course he was.
No. Yeah.
And probably a new house.
Yeah. Oh, look, we have now I'm not liking this. Jaden. Fuck off. Orla Donohoe co-hosted the Irish Column Show. I thought it said she was looking for a new co-host. I thought it said. That's all right. I did.
See that one.
Yeah.
And I love him. He spelled my name right.
Yeah. Oh, he knows. Yeah, he knows.
Oh, well,
same with me.
If you want to be a new co-host with me, I have no problem with that.
Yeah, it's the same. Well, who's going to do all the shit? Who's going to do all the buttons and all here? You know what I mean? Like, it's all well and good coming on here. It's great coming on here and looking pretty. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of shit goes on in the background here, you know?
Oh, excuse me. Who sends over all the stuff to you?
Well, you do, but, like, listen, I don't see it most of the time. But to be only looking at it when it comes over. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, we try to take your place, the backstabbers. Yeah. What religion was Alan Shatter? He was a Jew, I think. Well, I'm sure he was Jewish.
No.
The new head of WF said water is a life-giving thing like food. It can't be free. And now they're going to start taking the Ursula von der Leyen adheres to the values of Talmud. Yeah. Banned again. Abrahamic sword. Jesus, these are flying in. These are steady. I studied the Muslims for many years. Like a lot of people have. You know what I mean? Like, sub, share, everyone. Yeah, let me put... Jesus, what flying here we are. Wow. Up to 800 here, people, already. This is bleeding deadly. I'm loving this. There you go, people. We're up to 800 viewers already. Brilliant. And keep sharing. Please, keep sharing this out everywhere. As I said, you'll get us there on X, Anthony Casey L, Anthony L. Casey, Rugamorph, Facebook, Paul Fitzsimons, and Freedom Network, and www.theirishchannel.com/live. If you want to buy us a coffee to keep this going, please do. If you can't, don't worry about it. But if you can, please do. As I said, we've hit 800 here already. Nice. And people are texting in there. 089 203 1521. Thank you very much, Jaden, for that. I'm sure he's deleted a load of them. So this is for Orla's Facebook. That's for your Facebook, Orla, he says.
Oh, yes. I asked him because I wanted to put up a new do you know the thing up at the very top? I wanted to put something up new there.
It's great to see the cultures and the dubs getting on. The cultures and the dubs always get on. Always get on. Like, listen, we're all the same. You know what I mean? There's a bit of banter about the dubs and the cultures, but listen, nobody more so has the banter than me about cultures and dubs. So it's all, we're all the same. We're all the same people. We're all fighting for the same shit. We're all, we really are.
Like, and listen, it wouldn't be a normal day if we weren't slagging off Paul. It just has to be done. Yeah. You get up in the morning, you have a cup of coffee, you slag off Paul. It just has to be done. Yeah. Part of the day.
Yeah. Everybody does it. You know what I mean? It's everything is my fault. If the Muslims close the mosques in the interest of safety for the children, what chance have we got? Yeah, exactly. Ballyfermot is teaching us all. Now, when we knew Ballyfermot was going to be, we knew that. Of course they will. Hello from Barry and Teresa. We'll be there Saturday. See you then, Barry. Yeah, no problem. We'll have a chat with you. As I said, I'll be doing a live stream. It only stops when the people stop it. It's down to us, not anyone else. Yeah, all of Europe. Right. The ironic thing is when we see the politicians kiss the Muslim ring and go to talks with them, there isn't a single woman in the room, and women are voting for this. Yes. Well done, well said. Thank fuck Ballyfermot is standing up. I'm from there. They are building it all over the shop. Blacks and dogs, but no Irish. Yeah. What else have you got? Was that gunfire? They said it was a car exhaust, but it did sound like gunfire. But I think, listen, if it was gunfire, the police would have been in there like a light. You know? know. But hang on, have I got this gobshite? What did he come out and say? This idiot, Dr. Shaky Cooley Booty. I just put up what he has said about this. No, that didn't make that bigger. Hang on. You're not going to be able to see this, will you? Let me just see. I'll read it anyway. But this is from, the temporary closure of the ICCI marks a pivotal moment for the Muslim community in Dublin. I sincerely hope that this is a step toward realigning the mosque with its true purpose, serving all Muslims in Ireland, not just a select few or a single ideology. This is my sincere hope that when the masjid reopens, it will be under a management that prioritizes transparency and accountability, no more financial discrepancies or unchecked authority. True unity, a space welcoming to all Muslims regardless of school of thought or background. Moderation and balance, ensuring no room for extremism. Well, that's him fucked, direct or indirect. Supporting youth, a place where young Muslims feel heard, not ignored, and where their energy is channeled into positive growth. Yeah, but that's probably how you got your box last year, mate, trying to channel energy, into someone jumping. Ireland's diverse Muslim community deserves that the largest mosque in Dublin fosters harmony, not division, that uplifts, not excludes. This is an opportunity to build or whatever. Listen, this man is a fake. I've been talking to Muslim guys that live up here. When I was campaigning up here, outside the schools, there was Muslim guys come up to me and said, I agree with everything you're doing, and we all agree, a lot of us agree. But that fella there, he's not our imam. He's an imposter. He's the Muslim Brotherhood. And make no mistake, like, the FBI have been looking into this for years, like this place, you know what I mean? But why is there nothing? I tell you, I think, did something come up there on the news earlier? I don't know whether I pulled it down or not. Let me have a quick look. Yeah, I did. Yeah, just let me download it there. I did. But let's hear what these have to say, the RTE prostitutes. Let's go with them. Hold on.
Lies, lies, and more lies.
Yeah, don't you know it? Don't you know it? Present. I'm just going to present this screen. Hang on. Oh, this is RTE now that's telling you. So get ready. Bullshit incoming. Bullshit incoming.
Cultural Centre in Clonskeagh in Dublin will remain closed as an investigation continues into what's been described as an unprecedented and distressing incident there at the weekend. A notice posted on the gates of the centre also makes reference to a safety and security review. Well, our reporter, Mairead Cleary, is at the centre for us this lunchtime and joins us now. So, Mairead, what's known about the events that led to the closure?
Well, I understand, Colette, from speaking to some prominent members of the Islam community in Dublin, that there has been some growing tensions surrounding the centre in recent times, and that those tensions may have spilt over. This expansive campus behind me in South Dublin is home to the country's biggest mosque and a primary school specifically for Muslim children. Today, its gates are firmly closed with a notice on it saying that due to an unprecedented and distressing attack on the mosque, the centre and its members, it has shut. It said it had no choice but to close the centre after the deeply troubling incident, it says. And the notice says that this decision was made with the utmost concern for the safety and well-being of the community, and particularly in the children attending the Muslim primary school. Now, every Friday between 4,000 and 3,000 people gather for their weekly prayers here. This week will be different. And earlier I spoke to Sheikh Dr. Umar Al-Qadi, and he described to me how his phone has been inundated with members of his community wondering when it will be open and what exactly led to this. He said to me that he found it inevitable that this centre would have to shut, but that he hopes it reopens very soon and with a more inclusive outlook, in particular with different forms of the ideology of Islam. Now, earlier I did speak to him, of course, and I did put in some requests for comment from the centre. They did not get back to me, although they did say on the notice that this is a deeply sorrowful moment for the community. He had asked for the support of the community and to pray for them. Gardaí say they are not investigating any incident at this particular location at the moment.
Someone is asking me there for the speech at Ballyfermot. I'll see, can I find the people? No problem. Just bear with me there for a while. But yeah, this is Dr. El Dollery. You know what I mean? He's the one who's,
But I love the way they said about, we need prayers and all that. Nobody died. They had a fight. Nobody would fight every bloody time it's on. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just, oh, God.
Is this the fight? That was from the other day. But, I'm just going to play this. This is only 29 seconds long, okay? This is from the other day. This is from the march the other day, the Palestinian march, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Have a look at this. Now, if one of us wrote on anything in town, we would be all lagged. We would be all done for that.
Yeah,
So,
I know.
It's two-tier policing. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, I know.
Like, you know what I mean? It's two-tier policing. I'm just going to type in Ballyfermot there. Hang on. Ballyfermot. Ballyfermot. Because Gavin did say it to me that... I don't know. It's not up there. Okay, don't worry about it. I'll find it in a minute. But he did say to me that there was some good speeches, like, you know what I mean? But I'll see. I'm just going to let you see what happened there. What happened over there the other night, or whatever night it was, Saturday night, when they all ran amok. This is what happened. So that's what they were. That's big murder. What was that row over? That's the thing. What was that row over? Now, there's reports coming out of it that there was different things going on there, shady things, terrorist stuff. But again, the government need to come out here. Somebody needs to come out here and make it plainly clear to everybody what went on there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
My latest water bill was 54 sterling. Michael John, yeah, we don't get water bills, but we get everything else.
Yeah.
Hard times coming, no surrender. I'm just looking for. Let me. I'm just go on. We keep talking. You can talk there now for a minute, Orla. You walk away. You tell me what you're thinking. No, I'm just looking for the video here that was sent to me from a friend of mine. And I'm gonna play it because it's
right. What's it on?
It's our favorite one. It's our favorite song
3 Books?
that we've been playing. No. Ferg's missus singing it.
Oh, right. Yes. Sorry.
It's for the protest.
I was like, make sure you have watched it before you play it.
No, it's for the protest. I have watched it.
All right.
Yeah, we'll just go with this and we'll come back.
Okay.
A crown of thorns placed on his head. He knew that he would soon be dead. He said, "Did you forget me, Father, did you?" They nailed him to a wooden cross, and all the world would feel the loss of Christ the King before his hallelujah. 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 He hung his head and prepared to die.
Hi everybody, this is Philip Dwyer, citizen journalist, and I just want to encourage everybody to go to the Garden of Remembrance on the 26th of April. I'll be there, I'll be live streaming, and I encourage everybody to come along.
Fitzsimons here. Just want to encourage everybody that has a problem with anything that's happening in this country to come out on Saturday, the 26th of April. That's the Saturday after this, at 2 o'clock, the Garden of Remembrance, and let's show this government what the people really think.
My name is Niall O'Hara, and I would like to invite everybody out on the 26th of April to Dublin. We're meeting at the Garden of Remembrance, and it's a national protest, and everybody from every corner of Ireland should be there.
I'm Councillor Glenmore, and I will be there on the 26th.
Hi, my name is Joan. I'm from Coolock, and I encourage everybody to go on the 26th of April to the March of the Garden of Remembrance. If you have a problem with the way this government is carrying on at the moment in relation to all the things that we all know is wrong.
Hello, my name is Fitzsimons. I'm from the Coolock Says No group, and I will be at the Garden of Remembrance on the 26th of April. Please make sure you come with us and show your support.
How are you doing, people? My name is Clyde Pensy, and I am here in support for the Garden of Remembrance commemoration on the 26th of April. I'd like everyone to come out and support. Anybody has any problems with housing or anything like that, come and support us.
Brian Garrigan, aka Irish Lasman, a proud Irishman. I'm encouraging everybody to turn up 26th of April 25. Housing, hospitals, education, justice, crime, immigration.
The thorny crown.
That was very good. Your sound is gone.
Yeah, I do turn her off when things are on like that in case I start coughing or, you know yourself.
Or using bad language.
All the bad language, yeah. Someone just posted up there, Paul Donnelly of Sinn Féin was pushing to get that mosque in Cardiff. Yeah, I know he was. Sinn Féin are not our friends, people. They're not our friends. Fine Gael are not our friends. None of them, nobody that is elected in there are doing anything for us. You know, nobody. You know, I'm just gonna see, can I get... I actually did get that there. Hang on. The video of... Yeah. Okay, hang on. Somebody asked about the speeches, so I think I have it there now. Just bear with me. I think I have it there now. Gavin asked me who not Gavin, somebody asked me who the chap was. I think it's Ace Cobbs, I think his name is. He's on TikTok. So he's a good guy. Well, he looks like a good guy, so let's play this. Can we hear that, yeah?
Kind of.
Wow.
Everybody come over! Next Tuesday, the same one. We're going to have to keep doing this, but this is not just going to happen once. We're going to have to Thursday. Tuesday, we're going to do Tuesday. Next Tuesday, same time, we're all going to be here. Look at anyone that's around, keep us alive. Tell them, keep everybody informed. Boys, this is only the start and what's to come here. This is not going to be easy. This is going to be hard. We're all going to have to do things they're not going to like. Yeah? Yeah. For the kids. Right? For your kids. The future of this land. This is no joke. This ain't no joke no more. What they're going to do is destroy your rights. Understand that? They're trying to destroy what we are. Everything that we are and became. I'm on this kind of 40 years. I never had to worry about race and I have. You never had to worry about race. But now they're throwing the toys and everybody. You see what they're doing? We had a young girl all beside the back of my house in Barnville there, in the hotel, behind the hotel, dragged in behind the hotel, and raped. Don't forget about the man up there showing us Mickey, remember? Yeah, and the chap up here showing up. 10 kids killed right down the road. So much, listen, Asher Murphy, I could go on and go on and go on. This is all going to stop now. All the communities are starting to come together. Everyone's starting to come together now. And that's what we need. And that's what we need to make a statement. We can't fight all these on our own. There's millions of them coming in. There's 40,000, 15,000 coming in every few weeks now. You know what I mean?
With no women and no children.
No women, no fucking children. If there were women and children, none of us would be sitting here. I get women and children when they're no fucking problem. But that's not
Irish harmless first.
Do you understand? Look after the Irish first. Look after our own community first.
That was a great crowd, wasn't it? That was a great
very
crowd.
good. Actually, I sent on, just when he's talking about numbers and things like that, I sent on, was it today or yesterday, the numbers of the PPS numbers. So that would be, or the amount of the PPS number, sorry. That should be good to show.
Oh, I've seen them.
Yeah.
Where was it? Yesterday, wasn't it?
I think it was yesterday, yeah. Because we did a post on it.
I got these sent to me as well yesterday as well. There was PPS number allocation in 2025. In the first 2 months of 2024, Ireland issued 33,879 new PPS numbers. 10,650 were for Irish citizens, and 23,229 were for non-Irish citizens. Let me just share that there. Hang on. Let me share that with you. As you can see there, I'll make it bigger.
Yeah.
Sorry. Make it bigger. There you go. It's from the Irish Watchdog. Indian, 3,493. Romanian, 1,475. Brazilian, 1,467. Pakistan, 825. China, 636. And Nigeria, 608. They all have biometric passwords. We should know who them people are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
saying?
And
bear in mind, these are just coming in the first couple of months. Where are all these people living?
Where are they living? That's the problem here.
Where are they living?
I know where they're living. They're living in Hansfield, across the road here from where I am. You know what I mean? That's where they're living. There's thousands of houses. There's hundreds of houses gone up around here. And I have to say, I'll take my hat off to Patrick Quinlan. He's been asking about this since he got elected, that we need to see the housing list and see how many non-Irish are on the housing list. They should not be on a housing list before an Irish person. End of story.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
And then Tom, we featured today as well. Tom McDonald done an article in the last couple of days with the Kildare Nationalists, and he asked the same question. The council houses, who are they being given to? That he wanted to see the list of who they've been given to. Now, I remember making an inquiry in Carlow in relation to council houses, right? And who was getting them. And they said that it's Carlow people are on the list. But Carlow people can be anybody. That's anybody living in Carlow. So, that's probably the same all over Ireland. It does not mean Irish people. It means the people that are on the list that are living in that county. So that can mean, again, Nigerians, Brazilians, Africans, whatever.
The housing for all crew. That's who has this country the way it is. Housing for all.
Yeah.
What does a fella coming from Brazil with his wife have that an Irish person shouldn't get?
Yeah.
They should be right down the pecking order. Every Irish homeless should be housed before anyone else. Anyone else. I don't care. And I'm a big advocate for that. I don't care. And one thing about Gavin Pepper, that's all he talks about is Irish homeless people and how we're getting battered and we're getting this. You know, and as I said, Patrick came out there and said the same thing. He wants to see the housing list. Tom said the same.
Yes.
But then you have 42 councillors in there saying, "Oh, we don't need that. That's racist. That's this." No, it's not. It's common bleeding sense. That's what it is.
Exactly. And then I think we should also discuss, which I sent on to you as if you can pull them up, in relation to there's no more protect Granny anymore. It's feck Granny out of her house now.
Was this the one from? Which one was this now?
Because obviously Granny doesn't need her house. And I wonder how they know how many rooms Granny has and how many's living in her house.
The census. That's why,
exactly.
You know.
And people would have gone and filled it out. So they now know how many people live in your house, how many free rooms you have. So now let's forget about protecting Granny. Granny needs to be fecked out of her house. So that Mohammed and his 20 wives can probably move in.
Yeah, it's disgraceful.
Yeah.
Freedom podcast. Is that it there? Hang on. Is that it? No, Northern Ireland debts. That's excess debts. That's
excess
a whole
debt,
other. That's a whole other story. That
And
is.
I think I sent it to you. Was it yesterday or the day before?
Okay, hang on. Yesterday, the day before. Born tires. No.
We done that one.
We done that one, yeah.
I think I
yeah.
did it. I think I sent it on too.
Government ramps up drive to encourage older people to downsize and bid to ease housing crisis. Is that it?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just hang on there. Jaden sending me any more images there now. I'm sure they're riveting.
As always.
The government ramps up drive to encourage older people to downsize and bid to ease housing crisis. Group to examine relaxing rules around planning and lending. No, that's just that gobshite. He died. Thanks. Oh, he didn't die.
He didn't die. He has resigned.
Not yet.
Yeah.
He resigned.
Klaus Schwab has stood down. And I think I sent you on the picture of who's taken him over. And he has been quoted as saying that people shouldn't be entitled to free water. And he looks like a Bond villain. I think I sent you a picture of him. He's over Nestle. And he looks like a Bond villain. So even though Al Klaus is gone, I'm sure we're getting somebody even better to look forward to.
Oh, stop. Yeah. Oh, I love it. Love it. Jaden. Yeah. Jaden's deadly. I love
now,
this.
Which one is this now? Hold on.
This is Roderick. This is it. Roderick O'Gorman. Yeah, let's see this one now. Honey, I lost the kids. And what's the next one? Honey, I lost €2 billion. Yeah, that's another one. Another gobshite. And then we have Honey, I lost my counsellor. Oh, Herman. Well done. Good lad, Jaden. Fair play to you. I haven't been slagging anyone now, so I won't slag him. That's a good one. I lost.
Where he comes up with all these ideas, I don't know. Like,
he's just
honest to God.
Oh, here we go. Here's my one. I look butch in this one. I tell you guys, this is a good one. I'm gonna get this for the bedroom for the kids. Yeah.
Which one is this now? Hold on.
Fitzy Dub, host of the Irish column.
You didn't send me that one on now. Jaden normally sometimes he sends me a sneak preview of some of them. Yeah, there was a very special one. You didn't show the one, Jaden, if you can remember to send it on. There's a very special one just for Michael John of Paul. So if you can just send that one on, I'm sure you'll appreciate it.
I'm looking at the tree one, Janie Mack. You were alive back then to me, Jesus. Yeah, that's Ireland, Irish whiskey. That's Martin. We have Martin. Do you see
Martin's didn't show Martin's one. Show Martin's one. That's really good.
Show Martin's one. Yeah, Martin's a good one. Yeah.
Isn't that brilliant?
The little man. Well, is that what he called him? The small man. The small man. That's what they got called him. Fucking idiots, like, you know what I mean? Gobshites, like.
We now renamed him the Warrior because he looks like a Viking.
Yeah. A little Viking. I'm joking. I know I'm joking.
You're terrible.
Imagine walking down a Muslim country at Rosary Bridge praying, you will be lynched.
Yeah,
yes,
I know.
But yet they can come out and they can go anywhere they want. Hang on, I sent myself. Oh, Fergus had to send me that there. Yeah, how are you, Ferg? How's things, mate? Some crowd out in Ballier tonight, and the atmosphere was absolutely electric. There's a real sense of positive shift. People have really had enough, and if we can network other communities in Dublin and beyond, we could implement the rising of a truly grassroots people-led movement. My kind of people out there tonight. Yup, Ballier. God bless everyone in this fight. Ergen Gobra. Fair play to you, Ferg. I'll second that. And well done for being out there. You're everywhere. Like, you know what I mean? You're everywhere, mate. You have to say. You're doing great work. It was Micheál begged the Muslims to come pray in Crow Park to upset the Irish. Yeah. And boy, Jesus, did they upset us.
Yeah, on holy ground. Mm-hmm.
What do you have to send to me now? What's this one? Yeah.
Is this the one from is this it? I don't want to see it.
No, this is the Bollocks, the animated movie. Herman is with them. Look, Herman's with them. Oh, what does that tell you? Is he part of them? He's doing enough. He's thrown enough shite and dispersions at people now the last couple of weeks. He needs to cop onto himself. You know what I mean? Really, he needs to cop onto himself, telling lies about people, and people are actually listening to this bullshit. Like, a lie travels halfway around the world before you find out it's a lie, and by then it's too late. So people need to stop telling lies. And I'm going to say it out here. People do need to cop onto themselves. There's people posting on Twitter there the other day that what was it he said? I was afraid to run against Patrick Quinlan. I was never running against Patrick Quinlan.
No,
I was
you weren't.
always running in Dublin. I was always running in Dublin Bay North.
Mm.
And if people can't handle that, they can't handle that. Okay, well and good. If you want to talk to me about it, ring me. I'll tell you exactly what happened. Okay, because airing your dirty laundry in public is not the place where I do it. And I don't think any nationalist should be doing that or slagging off each other. You know what I mean? I know Anthony came out last week and said whatever about Herman Kelly, but listen, these articles that are going around in the Irish Times, it's all Herman Kelly. It's the same rhetoric he's talking. Then he came out this morning with a stupid little video about how, I won't have murderers in my party and I won't have this. And have a look what you had in your party, mate. Okay? Don't be annoying me now. You know what I mean? I know a lot more than you think I know. But as I said, I won't air it now online here because this is not the place for it. Nationalists should not be fighting with each other. I don't give a shit whether you don't get on with someone or you do get on with someone. You do not air your dirty laundry in public. Keep your mouth shut because it's gaining you nothing. You know what I mean? There's no nationalists who'll work with you, Herman. And there's a reason why they won't work with you. You've proven that yourself now over the last few weeks, you know. Sean Murray, over 300, and every day they announce more. There's 300. There was 300 and something came in January and February. There was 300 a day coming in from Pakistan and India. Where are they being housed? Where are they being put? Jesus, lads, we're flying here. You know, we're up to 1,100 here already, people. Well done.
Just in case the lads are coming in, do you want to move on to the other section?
Oh, what's the other section? What are we going with now?
The shots.
The shots. Oh, not the shots.
Yes. Not the V word. We don't use the V word.
No. Okay.
Because we have a few bits and pieces on it, so we might as well do it just in case the lads are coming in. Oops, sorry. Phone's gone.
Okay. That's Martin's cue to leg it when he does that, you know? Yeah. I really don't want to be going on about the shots all the time here either, but we do need to talk about them. So
no, well, we do it in a certain segment, and
yeah.
There's a few bits and pieces that came across that I thought were interesting.
Well, we have how to detox from the spike proteins. The 3 best products to detox from the spike proteins post-job, as per Dr. Peterson and the World Health Council. So I'm going to share that and we'll just play that.
Now he missed the NAC because he's just down 2 of them, but the third one is the NAC.
Okay.
Again, that's readily available in any health stores.
Okay. Let's go with this guy talking and then we'll bring the lads in a few minutes.
Lovers, this is Dr. Peterson Pierre with America's Frontline Doctors bringing you today's Daily Dose. So in a previous video, I talked about all the damage that the spike proteins can do. The World Health Council has published guidelines on how to detox from the spike proteins. So I'll go over a few of the things. Number 1, we have ivermectin, which has been used for over 50 years, has potent antiviral properties. It can prevent the virus from entering the cells, and it can prevent the virus from replicating. So that is amazing.
It's amazing.
Number 2 is a product called Suramin, which is a century-old medicine that can also prevent the virus from entering the cells as well as viral replication. Both Suramin and ivermectin prevent the spike protein from binding to the ACE2 receptor on the cells. That's how it prevents that from happening. Then you have number 3, N-acetylcysteine, NAC for short, powerful antioxidant. What that does, it reduces the oxidation of the spike proteins, reduces the damage that happens after toxicity, and it actually has been shown to be able to restore the damaged cells back to their normal state. Then you have catechin and curcumin, which have potent anti-inflammatory.
Let this soft mineral melt in your mouth to rebuild your gums and teeth and never need a dentist again. Did you know there is a natural...
Good to see everybody. How we doing?
You have carpenter's herb that can also help prevent the virus from infecting the cells. So you have a number of natural alternatives. Why are public health officials and the media not talking about them instead of pushing these useless boosters? Ladies and gentlemen, Only the truth will set you free. Stay tuned for the next Daily Dose.
So
Yeah.
I have the answer. I have the answer. This. Hold on, if I can put over. Look, that. Money.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. Money. There is money in shots, especially brand new ones coming out. And that's what it's about.
There is. Of course there is. This and that website, I have to say, the sudden and unexpected website is, or the Twitter
There's some
thing.
very good stuff on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I sent you on a couple of things that I thought were interesting.
I'm just gonna go up with this here. There was actually a baby died today from cancer. I think a 1-year-old baby or something like that. I haven't. I just. Yeah, I seen it coming up there on something there earlier.
I didn't see that.
The warning signs of teens' improbable cancer that hit hours before diagnosis. Now nothing can be done. Vaccinated again. You know. Listen, a lot of people. And listen. I'm not trying to scaremonger anyone or anything like that. Like anyone I know are. A lot of people have been saying to me the worst thing they ever done was get vaccinated. You know, they know that they were wrong, and I'm not.
But a lot of people were coerced, and you have to remember,
everybody was coerced.
We've said this before. There's a lot of people out there got placebos. There's a lot of people out there got the lower dose of the shots as well. But there is options there now to try and detox if anybody is concerned about side effects or anything like that.
But then we got these were the vaccines from the autism ones. Hang on, let me just remember we spoke about this the other night. People need to know that this is what coincidence or causation. What do you think? The doses in 1983 were 10 vaccines. 2013 they were 32. By 2018 it was 74, and in 2024 it's 90 vaccines last year. Now the autism rates in 1983 was 1 in 10,000. In 2013, it was 1 in 88. In 2018, 1 in 36. And 2024, it's 1 in 32. At this rate, 1 in 2 boys will be diagnosed with autism. By 1 in 2, like 1 in 2. Like that is just.
That's not normal. That is not normal.
Not at all.
People need to be doing their research. Like there's not proper informed consent. Like we played that video. There was it 2 shows ago where the doctors are coming out saying that they're given no proper instructions, no idea what the ingredients are in relation to, giving out shots. All they're told is that they're safe and effective and to give out as many shots to people as possible. And these are several doctors saying that they have no idea what's in them. Now, what does that say? And they're the ones that are admitting it. That's not all the ones that are probably too afraid to come forward.
Yeah. People there, Belfast, we will be there. Fair play to you, coming down. Banned again. So did I. Was brilliant. Somebody put in there about apparently the Gardaí are saying nothing as it's an internal dispute. Could you imagine a load of Irish gangsters getting together in a big place like that, and the guards coming in and saying, "Oh no, we're sorting this out amongst ourselves." Yeah. That wouldn't wash. That wouldn't wash. At the end of the day, they are the police force that look after this country. If you break the rules in this country, I don't care what your nationality is, that's who takes you down. That's who gets you charged. That's who brings you to court. And you go through our judicial system. In 10 years' time, we will have Sharia law here, people. I'm telling you now, don't think for a minute we won't. Especially at the rates these are getting into councils and everywhere else. Yeah. I watched Mel Gibson's film. The Passion East. It's a brilliant movie. Brilliant movie. Yeah, hang on there. The IRA have abandoned the Irish people. Listen, Michael John, Sinn Féin and the IRA are not the same people they were all them years ago. Like, you know what I mean? Let's be honest. The IRA were fears years ago. Now, people don't give a shit. Great turnout today in Ballyfermot. Thanks to everyone for coming out. Cheers, Al. You sent me that in, Al, but I had already played it. I only seen your message there, but I played it. And anyway, I'll be wearing a cameo jacket and a ponytail. I'm not woke. Michael John bought and sold. Nah, he's not. Michael John's a good man. The Muslims having a shoving and pushing contest, guessing the blades only come out when it's for the white children in particular. Yeah. Jesus, we're flying here with these. Banning sniffer dogs. Do you see this? I've seen this as well in the UK. They've banned sniffer dogs in the prisons because they are offensive to Muslims. There's no sniffer dogs allowed into the area. Yeah. Like, are you having a giraffe? Like, they're going around here shouting trans rights are human rights. Muslim rights are the best rights of the law. They're what we all should be going for
Yeah.
that. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? They can do anything they want. Give
Yeah.
up the fags, Paul. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know you can hear
Yeah.
it in your
Exactly.
throat.
We're all
Can't
saying that
you?
to him.
Ireland pacifist. No, you can't pay for all those extra 6 people using heating showers in your accommodation. Have a talk with them. He needs to get extra money from towards the bill. Seriously. Okay. I don't know what that's about. Our bus from Derry arrives in Parnell Square at 12:30 p.m. Saturday. The Patriot bus. Well done. Fair play to you, Kiki and Jasmine. I'll look out for you and we'll say hello. Fair play to you all. Did you see the video in Tune today? No. What was the video?
No, what's that
Tell me
about?
about it. What's wrong, Michael? We're watching. The whole political system is against us. The whole country is against us at the minute, lads. How long is that bus, Kiki? I'd say it's about 30 foot long, is it? I know what you were asking. Fact check. You know that what their plan is. They don't care. We must make them care. Yeah, well, will Tom McDonald be coming on tonight? I don't know. I'm going to put it out into the group there now in a minute, and we'll see. Yeah, Ace Cobbs, he's sound. He is a sound guy. I only started following him on what do you call it? What I think TikTok. I only started following him on TikTok the other day. He seems a nice guy. Is that version of Hallelujah available on YouTube, Paul? I'm sure we could put it up for you. Yeah, I'm sure we can get it up for you. Love one, Sean, no milk, no sugar. Yeah, someone's buying me a coffee, Eddie. Has anyone heard the new government sponsor version? Hallelujah. Well, get them out.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know. I better send this into the group. Okay, I'm going to go with my good friend Gavin Pepper. Again, I was telling you about this mother. We didn't play this yet. Okay.
Yes,
Did we play
yes.
it?
I think no, we didn't. No.
Okay, well, let's hear this and we'll come back.
How are you, folks? Councillor Gavin Pepper here. Now, more shocking news for you. You all might remember that long ago I done a video outside the Coombe Hospital in relation to an Irish mother who had to travel down to Portlaoise to have her baby because there was no room in any of the maternity hospitals in Dublin. The situation has got much, much worse when you think it would have got better. I was reached out today by a mother in Dublin 17 who was due to have her baby on the 20th of March by C-section in the Rotunda Hospital. When she went in, she was told there was no incubators in the whole of Ireland. They sent her up to Belfast Royal Jubilee Hospital to have her baby. I'm not messing with you. By ambulance, her partner had to follow. This is disgraceful. And what has the government got to say about this? The Health Minister, you need to come out and give clarification on this. Not only is it that bad, she also was told when she went to register her child for a birth cert that she can't, the child's not an Irish citizen, it's a UK citizen. So she has to go up to Belfast to get a birth cert for her child. In our country, well, we're taking in thousands and thousands of immigrants who are some of them having kids in our hospitals. We have no services to help them. We can't even help our own. This just shows it. There's people in Bowmount and Matter on trolleys, left, right and centre, waiting to see someone. Now, what have you got to say about this? It's disgraceful. The Health Minister, you need to come out and give clarification on this. It's disgraceful, because that wasn't by her choice. She was sent up there, and that must have been traumatising for her, to be sent up to the north of the border to have a baby, when she expected to go into the Rotunda. If we don't have the services here to look after our own people, how are you meant to help everybody else outside the country? It's a joke. It's time for mass deportations and start looking after their own people. And you need to get up off your hole in that doll and start speaking about this, because it's not acceptable.
That's disgraceful.
That is
absolutely disgraceful. Actually, I go mad over that. Like you know, you're having an Irish child. You want your child to be registered in Ireland, not up the north.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's no incubator in all of Ireland. I'm sorry now. That's no, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? I'm just laughing because that is crazy. Like, it really is.
It's absolutely rubbish. And you'd love to know who's taking up all the beds in the maternity hospital. Like, is it Irish?
No, it's not. No, it's not. Are you mad? Jesus, don't be. Definitely not Irish. I'm going to be honest with you. I was in, now it's 3 years ago or so. I went in with Herraty. He had chicken pox, and I had to go into Temple Street. And my God, man, it was horrendous. There's probably Romans sitting there, probably 10 of them, kids running amok, the husband sitting there charging his phone, giving stick to the security guard, and like they had to stop them from coming in to visit the mothers in what you call it, in the rotunda. That's why there's only 2 people allowed up in the rotunda now, because of them. They were coming up, leaving the kids, the babies, with the mother that's only to having a baby, and legging it, going around collecting their few quid and whatever. Like, have you seen the Mercedes pulling up to collect them? The 161 Mercedes pulling up to collect them. Like, it's beggars belief. Like, you know what I mean?
I know.
Anything to grab young children, and Helen is off at the cause. Her fellow will make a mint from selling his products. Yeah, it's true. UN fighting Muslim men. That's exactly what I think they are as well, mate. I do. You know,
because there's none of them over here in their 60s or their 70s or their 80s, so they're obviously left, in the country too. Who cares about them? It's all young, fit men coming over, and nobody finds that suspicious.
No. Actions speak louder than words. Yeah, they do. Michael John, there are lots of new mortgage estates around Dunshaughlin in recent years. Oh, they're everywhere. I drove down to Dunshaughlin a couple of weeks ago, and I used to drive there. I used to live in Cavan, and I used to drive through Dunshaughlin. Remember the bottleneck, Michael John, that used to be there on a Friday evening? It was a nightmare. You'd be an hour trying to get through Dunshaughlin. Now it's just apartments everywhere and houses everywhere. No, I'm not messing. And it's the same in Navan. Navan has gone really bad. Like, you know what I mean? Anybody got the actual source for the PPS number allocations of 2024? Maybe a link to the source. I'd like to know before I tell people.
You just Google it. It just comes up. Just all you have to say is, all you have to put in is just how many PPS numbers were issued in 2024 and 2025 to non-nationals, and it just comes up straight away.
Well, let's just see if that work. How many PPS numbers?
Yeah, were issued to like non-Irish, non-nationals. That's how I found it. I just double checked it.
Hang on, I'll get it now.
Straight away.
Issued. Yeah, that was 2023. Issued to
it comes up in 2024. Yeah, because I found it this morning or yesterday. Sorry.
2025, is that what you said? Yeah. Latest PPS statistics show that's gripped. Okay, that's on gripped. 2 hours ago. Let's see what gripped have to say. Yeah. Let's see. Now I just googled that and that came up as gripped came up there. Right?
Well, the numbers came up for me yesterday because I just wanted to double check them, and they came up straight away.
Trust me, lads. Orla is right. Okay, trust me.
You're just saying that because you're seeing me in 2 days. You're trying to be all nice.
The latest PPS statistics show biggest share continue to go to persons from outside of Europe. Outside of Europe, even. The overall number of PPS has in fact fallen since 2022, so it will be interesting to see whether the pattern set in January and February is maintained until the end of the year. In 2023, total issues were 270, which fell to 231,000 in 2024. There were 33,915 new PPS numbers issued up to the end of February, which represented a drop of 13% on the same period in 24. But even still, that's 33,000 in 2 months. This is partly accounted for by slowing the number of Ukrainian refugees, although the vast majority of those who have arrived remain, and a substantial proportion of those already here have indicated in surveys that they intend to stay. There were 6,757 PPS numbers issued to Ukrainians in the first 2 months of 2023, but just 1,106 in the first 2 months of 2025, because they've turned off the welfare now for them. You know what I mean? That's why there's that many
Ukrainians. Yeah,
of course. You know what I mean? The fall in issues has meant that while the number of PPS numbers issued to persons born in the state also fell, that the proportion issued to people of Irish birth, although many are to children of at least one migrant parent, increased from 28% in the first 2 months of 2024 to 31.4%, which is still a worrying demographic trend and indicative of the fact that the vast bulk of population increase is driven by migration, a combination of the net immigration of people from overseas and the net migration of persons born to the Irish state. So the most notable aspect, the PPS numbers, is an ongoing decline, is an absolute relative numbers of persons who come in and live in the Irish state from other EU countries, from the UK, or in very small numbers from the EEA countries. They accounted for just 26%. So January and February, there was a total of 14,000 PPS issues, but just 6,745 work permits issued the same period. So again, where are these people living? You know,
Yeah, exactly.
seriously.
Yeah.
Like we have 15,500.
I know. Homeless,
Irish
yeah.
homeless. Yet in January and February, there was a total of 14,411 PPS number issued, with just 6,745 work permits issued. So does that mean the other 8,000 are on the dole? Obviously, that's what it means. You know what I mean?
And then the Irish taxpayer paying for all that.
Everything. Yeah, everything. Yeah, it's crazy.
Disgraceful. Absolutely disgraceful.
I've sent the thing onto the lads there, so
they're having a Zoom meeting, so they'll probably come on when they're
and he's
finished.
still on that bleeding Zoom meeting. Them
Gosh,
Zoom
they never off
meetings
Zoom
go on
meetings.
forever. Like talking shite. Come on, lads. You know what I mean? Get off the Zoom meeting. Large areas of Donegal are full of foreigners. Pat the Coat Gallagher has profited from this, and yes, they all have. Anyone to do with the GAA has Banty McEnany's the same, 80 odd million. You know, crazy. Right, just let me drop that down there, and I'll see if there's anything else coming in there.
Thanks, Barry.
Here.
Yeah. What was I going to say? Is somebody coming in?
You're a fucker. I have to go with it.
What is it?
Go with it. Fitzy Dub, the rumble in the jungle. Michael John will love this. Yeah, that's it, lads. Fitzy Dub, the rumble in the jungle. I'm gonna get these done. I'm gonna get these for the bedroom. These are brilliant.
Yeah, and they're brilliant. They're so well done.
I have to say, he's brilliant.
That's not the one, Jade. You know the other one you had. There's another one from before now. And that was specifically for Michael John. Oh.
Okay,
what else would you go with?
Into me there. I'm after getting this sent into me there from Karen Levers.
Right.
She's on Twitter. Just let me see. It's about the Islamic Cultural Centre again. So yeah, I'll read it out. Don't you worry, I'll read it out. Where are we? StreamYard. Just to go with this again, just to see what she has to say, because you'll see it there. Hang on, I'll make it a bit more bigger. Drop that down there. Mary sent me in a video of JD Vance, but to be honest, Mary, it's 25 minutes long. I'd have to look at it, I'd have to cut it and put in the bits. Okay, hi folks. There's an article published today in the Arabic 21 news outlet that explains what is going on in the Islamic Culture Centre in Dublin. Original article, Google translated, link in replies. The management of the Islamic Cultural Centre in Dublin announced the closure of the mosque and school until further notice following an escalating internal crisis led by entities affiliated with the UAE, amid widespread shock and concern amongst Muslims in Ireland. The closure decision announced by the centre's management in a brief statement posted on the gates came after days of heated verbal clashes and altercations inside the mosque and in front of worshippers. Many considered the incident not merely an administrative dispute, as previously reported, but a direct result of the UAE's attempts to dominate Muslim community institutions in Europe and its attempts to use them as soft security and intelligence tools. The crisis began when the UAE's General Authority of Islamic Affairs and Endowments, which funds the centre, demanded detailed personal data of more than 1,000 students and their families at the mosque's Islamic school. The move was met with categorical refusal from the school's administrators, who considered the request a blatant violation of privacy and illegal under Irish law. They'll use Irish law when it suits them. Do you see that?
Yeah, I see it, yeah.
For its part, the management decided to escalate the situation. The school's board members were barred from entering the building. Their emails were blocked and they refused any cooperation. Tensions reached a peak on Friday evening when a Pakistani lawyer, Zahid Jamil, who works with the UAE government, was invited to speak inside the mosque, sparking anger amongst those present who viewed the event as an attempt to settle scores in a house meant to be a place of worship and education, not a venue for political influence. Yes. In a statement that carried the tone of sadness and warning, Sheikh Hussein Halawa, the mosque's imam, is a prominent figure in the Irish Muslim community. He said, "I am deeply saddened by the state of our blessed centre. We were a beacon of knowledge and preaching, and today we are closing our doors to children, visitors, and hearts seeking peace." He added in a statement, "For more than 40 years, I have tirelessly served this blessed centre and the Muslims of Ireland. I have always longed for its pulpit and its sons and daughters, students of knowledge and memorizers of the Book of God, whom we are all proud to have having graduated the mosque." Yeah, okay. Well, I think Ireland's Muslim community, long known for its independence and peaceful engagement with the community, is currently experiencing a state of anxiety. Complaints have already been filed with the Data Protection Commissioner and the Irish Employment Relations Commission, demanding that the funding sources be disclosed and that no information be leaked to foreign entities. In 2023, the New Yorker magazine published an investigation into Herraty efforts to target Islamic institutions in Europe through the controversial intelligence and influence firm apps. So there it is there. That's just that there. Yeah, fair play to Karen for that. Thank you very much, Karen. But maybe that'll shed a bit of light on it. Yeah, might be loads of these here. Here's Hop's opinion on central banks. Okay, Hops, this is this fella again. Jaden he likes Hops. And well, that solicitor must be out of his mind saying that, or out looking for doing that. There is no luck for those in professional position doing these fraudulent activities in daylight. Yeah.
But all they care about is the money. That's all it's about.
Yeah, why don't they build
Follow
more
the money.
houses? Am I being dumb? Yeah, Sean. Karl Marx, who with the sure eye of the prophet saw the morals of the decomposing world most essential of poisons, and like a wizard he mixed them into a great beast herd.
The comment just before that one, where it was asking about can we not build more houses?
Yeah.
Is that what they said?
Just build. Yeah, hang on. Yeah, can we not just build more houses? Yeah, I've seen that.
See, unfortunately, it doesn't work like that because you've got several issues. You have to take in the land. You have to take in ESB. You have to take in water. You have to take in planning permission. Then our massive issue at the moment as well is we don't have enough tradesmen, and that is the biggest issue. Like my brother is a carpenter and a roofer, and apprenticeships back then were 10 a penny. Now it is really hard to get an apprenticeship. Do you know, they have to jump through hoops and everything to try and get an apprenticeship. Normally you have to know somebody to get it, and that is another. So there's loads of different issues. It's not that simple of just, can we not just build more houses?
Yeah. Somebody said something about Michelle Keane there. According to Michelle Keane, steel barricades are already set up for Saturday. She thinks water cannons are at the ready. I'm actually just looking for that there.
Well, the barricades are up already, so we've seen photographs on X over it.
Yeah, exactly. I think I pulled down that Michelle Keane one earlier. I'll have a look, but yeah, this is for here, Garden Remembrance. We'll just share Michelle out here now and we'll come back. And there's nobody coming in tonight, so hey, listen, we'll just keep going, I suppose.
They're coming in, yes.
I'm going to play this here now and we'll come back.
Greetings, folks. Look, lots of people now have asked me, Michelle, are you attending the peaceful protest on this Saturday in the Garden of Remembrance at 2 p.m. on Saturday? And I said I am. Now, I envisage this will be a peaceful protest. I've seen there on social media that O'Connell Street has been all barricaded off at the sides of the street and other streets in Dublin. And I believe that they're placing water cannons in situ. Now, I don't envisage anything other than this being a peaceful protest. And when you think about it, it's all the mothers, the great Manana Hearn, pushing their babies and their children in prams and buggies that attend these protests. And why would they need the use of water cannons for this peaceful protest? And look, the reason I believe why the Irish mothers have to bring their children to these protests is that they're not being supported financially by the state, which has stated in our Bunreacht na Hearn, our Irish constitution, where it recognises that her life within the home, woman gives the state a support without which the common good cannot be achieved, and the state should endeavour to support mothers. So, to be honest, I can't see any purpose of water cannons at these protests. This is a peaceful protest for the Irish people to collectively come and join together and voice their opinion in a peaceful protest against this corruption of this Irish cobbled together Irish government in what they're inflicting on us Irish citizens. Look, so I'm pleading with as many women and men to attend this peaceful protest on Saturday. Look, lots of people have made contact with me in relation to Daniel Mar Collins, the grandniece of Michael Collins, running for the Áras. Now, I've looked at the TikTok that she did and where she mentioned my name, and now I've done again further research into this, and I found out that this Michael Collins's grandniece is.
There was more to that there as well. No, that just went off there, so I must have pulled down the wrong one. Sorry.
I was just going to say, Pather, you're in 2 seconds and you're causing trouble. He needs to come with a warning under him.
Okay, I'm just going to play the rest of this here now. Okay, just Patter, welcome back, mate. Fair play to you. Pepper for better. Yeah, welcome back, Patter. We missed you. We're away, Patter. You're getting a bit of sun,
quiet without you, Patter.
Yeah. Where are me bleeding comments? My band. No, you're not. You're still there, mate. You're still there. No problem. Gav Pepper, sickening. I don't know why you think that now, to be honest with you, Jay Smith. Gavin is one of the good guys. He's one of the only good guys out there now that's doing anything. So I'm going to be honest. To say that now, you're very ill-informed. You're not informed about Gavin or what Gavin does, you know. Patter, Sean, it's Gav Pepper, legend. Yeah. Got government sacked. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to just play the rest of this because this is very good. What she says here, what this one, your woman's, our Thing's niece has done. Michael Collins' grandniece. So wait till you hear this.
Happy Easter, folks. Well, could it take another Easter rising in 2025 from the grandniece of Michael Collins, Daniel Meagher Collins, in a bid to run for the Áras to sort out the mess in this country? Look, just when you thought that the run for the Áras was a done deal, with 15 potential candidates considering contesting the race for the Áras, a new serious contender now has, I believe, been approached by Michelle O'Neill of Sinn Féin, and her name is Daniel Meagher Collins, grandniece of Michael Collins. I'd like now Michelle O'Neill and Daniel Meagher Collins to continue to confirm this to me, because, to be honest, my sources are always correct. And but I'd like them to confirm it, because I don't believe for 1 minute that Daniel Meagher Collins would run for President of Ireland under the Sinn Féin ticket. As look, the dog on the street knows that Daniel Meagher Collins's political pedigree is black Fine Gael. Now, I dug a little bit deeper into this to find out a bit more about Michael Collins's grandniece, Danielle, and my God, has this lady some resume. Her mother was Michael Collins's niece, and her father is American. She is currently, I believe, living in LA and holds an American passport. She was a serious businesswoman in Dublin as well. And she also, wait till you hear this, she holds 3 degrees, one in dentistry from Trinity College and a Bachelor of Arts and Science from Trinity College. And she also has a master's in aesthetics medicine. And she also has a master's in digital and film and TV. Wouldn't RTE and the Irish media love her, like, not to mention the American media? And she also has a yacht master's, as she sailed across the Atlantic Ocean. Now, if for 1 minute...
Yeah, she must have done this in 3 bits. But no, what she was talking about here is, right, what she was talking about on the one I seen. Your woman, this one, the niece, the grandniece of Michael Collins, she has bought up all of the domains for. I actually have it here. Hang on, that's 204. Just bear with me there. I'll see, is this it? I'm sure it is.
Fran was asking that question about talking to RT. No, absolutely no way. They would twist our words. They try and use everything against us, and yeah, it wouldn't be a fair interview. So no,
No, I
don't think-
wouldn't
I
talk
don't think
to
any
RT.
real narcissists would be talking
I
to
would
RT.
turn,
They're not
I'd turn
likely
my
to.
back. I'd
Yeah.
turn my back on RTA.
But they're
I
not
wouldn't
doing
be
it for our
RTA.
benefit. They're doing it to try and twist the knife. Simple as that.
But what I was saying to you there, this grandniece of Jesus, lads, we're up to 1,200. Fair
Michael
play to you.
Collins.
Yeah,
My hero, my hero.
yeah. But she has bought up all the domains. Irish president election 2024. The Oris race for the Oris 2025. All of the domains she has bought up, probably about 6 or 7 domains. I thought that was the video there, but I must have pulled down the wrong video. But this one is dead wide. She's at the buying all these domains, and now nobody can get these domains, only her. She has them. She owns these domains. So if she's running for it, she'll be using them domains, and they will be the top domains that's going to be used. So she's a shrewd operator, but I don't know whether she will actually run, for Sinn Féin. Why would you? Jesus, how could you run for Sinn Féin? Like,
Yeah, especially nowadays.
I'm not missing
Correct,
loads of
Frank.
it. When someone tells you they did a degree in TV and media, that's all you need to know about them. Bimbos need not apply for this job. She more suited to hair and nail technician. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree. So what I'm going to do is I have a couple of videos here. I have this Claire Clarkson one gets on my tits. Hang on. Yeah. Who sent that to me? I sent that to myself. Okay. This is your one from the other day. This is Claire Clarkson, yeah? From the other day. Okay, this is what she came out with about the protest.
Guys, just a word of warning. If you are planning to go to the protest in Dublin next Saturday, organised by the Fooligans, it could end up like the Dublin riots of 2023. I would just advise anybody with small children, please don't bring them into it. And if you're somebody who doesn't want to get caught up in the madness that was the Dublin riots, I would say avoid it at all costs. The Fooligans are arranging it, and there is a lot of infighting between them. They're all trying to look a little bit more powerful. They're making a lot of kind of awful comments towards each other, never mind anybody else. I just say, unless you're prepared to get involved in the madness we saw in Dublin before, stay well away. Just stay well away.
This was the guards the other day as well, when the lads were out walking doing the proclamation thing on Monday. Okay? Look how many guards is there. There was only 4 guards, as I told you, 5 guards with the other one. This is again. Let's hear what she has to say now.
The Fooligans are fooling no one. Have a little chat in relation to the planned protest on Saturday and the video that I previously did on this. I shared that video saying that if I were you, if you were thinking about going to the protest on Saturday, I wouldn't bring children. There's likely to be trouble, right? And there's a couple of people who took great offense to that. And when you see their reaction to that, like the reaction has been so disproportionate, it's not even funny. Like, does that require death threats? You tell me. Does
Where's
that
the death
require
threats?
multiple videos where people can't even say
Imagine
words, just spitting and like they're seething, they're so angry. Like, can you imagine on Saturday?
She's
if
not a
they come
government
across
shill.
counter protest? Can you imagine if the guards try to control things? Can you imagine if somebody walks past and says something they don't like? Like, let's just imagine what you think is going to happen in that scenario. You've seen the lies they've spread about me. One girl said that what did she say I said? She said that I victim shamed her and I victim blamed her. When every second person in the
And here's this fella. This fella is brilliant. I have to say, what's his name? News with Paddy the Panda, and he looks like a bleeding panda. Wait till you hear this gobshite.
This video is a warning about the far-right protest that is happening this coming Saturday in Dublin. Now, don't get me wrong, the far-right are entitled to protest whenever the fuck they want. However, the people who are organising this, people stoking up resentment and vitriol online, are creating an ecosystem where violence is absolutely going to happen. Couple that with counter-protests that are planned, do not be surprised if we see scenes like the Dublin riots a couple of years ago. I wouldn't bring kids to this event. In fact, I'd probably stay away from Dublin altogether. And I'm not calling everyone who's going to go violent, but just take a look at the comments in my previous videos. See the vitriol that people are commenting and tell me that's not going to spill over in real life. And if you do not want to be called a far-right protester, stop acting like one. Be safe, stay clear, Slán Óália.
They're all singing from the same hymn sheet here.
I know. That's why I don't even watch them. I can't listen to them. Do you know?
This is
And
why
as
I
we
think
keep saying, Paul, what's the most important thing we have to keep saying over and over again? The Dublin riots were not about riots. They were about children being stabbed.
Exactly.
And that needs to be said over and over and over again.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like, but these are coming out. They're all coming out with the same crap. You know what I mean? The Fooligans this and the far right this and the this, that, and the other. What happens if somebody walks past them and says something to them? You mean somebody like an agitator? Somebody like that's there to cause trouble? Is that what you're talking about, Claire?
To cause trouble.
I'm going to be honest with you. I have been asked every protest that's been in this town, around the country, and we never, ever get into trouble, ever. We're always on our best behavior because we know the media are watching us and they're looking for that gotcha moment, you know? So that's why we don't do this, you know what I mean? Like, share, folks. Yeah, go ahead, share. Sorry I'm late. Hope everyone is doing well. Yeah, hey, you Shadow Play. Yeah, we're all good, yeah. I'm in the 70s. Our parents and grandparents are crazy for the demos. They burned down the British embassy in Dublin with petrol bombs. Yeah. Yeah. Sean, my 20 years like painter, Europe will be finished. Steady Eddie, come over on the 26th. Yeah. All come over on the 26th. Yeah. Now I know that there's some people not going and everything else, but if you're not going, you're not going. Who cares? You know, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna show my face. I'm gonna help giving out the flags and the whole lot. Look at the Star Trek head on that. Who's the Star Trek head? How come no one's talking about the church that burned down in Donegal? We spoke about this the other day, Mark. We done a piece on this for a while, but yeah.
Yeah, and I did a post on it and it actually got a huge amount of shares. It got 100. Did I check on it earlier on? I think there was 125, 26 shares earlier on. So it actually did really, really well. But I don't know. I don't watch RTE around that, so I don't even know if it was featured on RTE. But I mean, there should have been absolute outrage over two churches within 2 days going on fire. Like, as if that's not suspicious.
Yeah. Finuala's just saying, never heard of Fooligan. This is what I'm saying to you, but there's two videos.
Yeah.
There's two videos there with the same thing, the far right Fooligans, in it. It's like watching something from America, you know what I mean? The way they wah, 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 wah. It's the same shit over and over again.
Yeah, I know.
He looks like a half-chewed cola bottle bleeding head in him. Yeah. There's Sarah. Hi, lads. How are you doing, Sarah? How's things? Just off the meeting. Okay.
Yeah. Where's the lads? They can come on for the last 10 minutes.
I'm sure I sent it to Anthony there, and anyway, so they can come on for a few minutes there and say that piece, because people are asking about Tom. Did Tom want to come on? Or was Tom coming on? I heard that as well. That Claire thing drove over her sister when her husband left her. I seen a video from my niece the other day talking about her as well, saying what a scumbag she was and everything. Wisdom been chasing up her as faster. Far right as opposed to what exactly? You mean right so far? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sick of getting called far right. I'm going to be honest with you. It doesn't bother me anymore because I know what I am. I'm a concerned father. That's what I do. I do this for my kids, the whole lot. I don't do this for any egos or making money or any shit like that. We sit here and we tell the truth so as people find out the truth. You know what I mean? The same with the Muslim shit and everything else.
We should carry it like a badge of honor.
Yeah. I'd love to meet you, Paul, but too expensive to come over. Sean Murray. No problem, mate. No problem. I'd love to meet you all as well. Please, God, we'll meet everyone on Saturday.
And don't worry, Sean. Paul has been around for so long, so even if you come back in the next lifetime, he'll probably be there as well.
And still looking good. Please, God.
Oh, God.
Kiki and Jasmine, I have no doubt the Gardaí will try to instigate a reaction. Remain calm and keep your hands behind your backs. I learned that many years ago with Spanish Royal Police. Yes. Literally just off the meeting now. Okay, cool. I'm sure the lads will come in a minute. Okay, she looks like a deranged Herraty from hell, daughter of Satan. Yeah. Yup, Casper. Yeah. Far right referred to nasty Germany. What a joke. But this is what they're doing. They're demonizing us. Anyone, it's all across the world. Like they're doing this in America. They're doing it everywhere. Far right this, far right that. It's a demonic name. That's all it is, to demonize what we're doing and the movement that we belong to. That's all this is. It's bullshit. Paul, can you play my video on Hop next? I'm going to look and see how big it is now. Jaden. How is this legal? Okay, what's this? Mayo Councillor. Okay, I'm going to play. I like Stephen, so I'm going to play Stephen for a minute. Okay. Fine Gael steals independent seat. How is this legal? Okay, let's.
I didn't get a chance. This came up just before the show, and I didn't get a chance to look at it.
Well, this is the beauty of live television. We can bring it up as we go along. You know, it's brilliant. People send it in.
What did you say? News as it happens.
Yeah, live on Ireland Live. I'm going to play this here because I like Stephen and I like Suzanne, and they do great work.
Yeah, they do.
And his sister, Mayo County Councillor Marie-Therese Duffy, know about nepotism and political opportunism. Let's find out. Most of you already probably know that the Heyday Hostel in Ballina is a business interest of Fine Gael Senator Mark Duffy, but he wasn't too forthcoming about his involvement in the business back in April 2023 when he was a councillor and posted on his social media about an exciting new hostel opening in Ballina this summer. We subsequently asked him about this at 2 county council meetings.
You have no involvement with Heyday? It won't be planned. It won't be a conflict.
Are you a director of that company?
You're a director?
It turns out you have a 40% share in that hostel. Are you going to make money from that hostel, but you're a director with a 40% share?
With tourist beds in such short supply over the last couple of years due to the influx of international protection applicants and refugees into the county, you would imagine that the Heyday Hostel has done quite well. There's no doubt about it, Mark Duffy is a shrewd businessman. He's also a shrewd politician. He was elected as an independent to Mayo County Council back in 2019, and he was re-elected again as an independent in 2024. A few months after his re-election, he decided he was going to put his name forward for the general election as a Fine Gael candidate. The rumour at the time is that Duffy was on a promise, and that if he ran as a Fine Gael candidate in the general election and was unsuccessful, that the party would put him forward for the Labour panel to contest the Shannon election. Duffy was unsuccessful in his general election bid, but surprise, surprise, went on to secure a Shannon seat for Fine Gael. As a result of this, his independent seat on Mayo County Council was up for grabs. Anton McNulty in the Mayo News wrote, although Senator Duffy joined the ranks of Fine Gael to run for the party ahead of November's general election, he was elected to the council as an independent, and as a result, his replacement must also be an independent and receive support from no less than 20 members of the council. I was interested to know about the process for selecting an independent candidate to replace Mark Duffy, and I asked a prominent member of Mayo County Council and was told that there would be a Ballina selection panel and that they would decide who to put forward. I asked who was on this panel, but I didn't get any definitive answer. I would still like to know who is on this panel and how they went about their business of selecting the next independent candidate to replace Mark Duffy. All I know, however, is that at Mayo County Council's monthly meeting on the 9th of March, Mark Duffy's sister Marie-Therese Duffy was nominated by Ballina Municipal District's Fine Gael councillor Jarlath Munley and was seconded by Fianna Fáil's Michael Loftus. There was full agreement from all councillors to Miss Duffy's nomination, and she was deemed co-opted onto Mayo County Council at that meeting. The Mayo News reported on the following day, in proposing Miss Duffy, Councillor Munley said that they had to have regard for the mandate received by her brother at last year's June elections when he topped the poll as an independent. But guess what happened? On the 21st of April, Marie-Therese Duffy, just like her brother, switched allegiances from independent to Fine Gael. Now, what does this blatant disregard for the democratic process tell you about the Duffys? With Miss Duffy now joining Fine Gael, it brings the number of Fine Gael councillors in Mayo County Council to 11, making it the largest political grouping in the chamber. Politics is a dirty game, and the Duffys and Fine Gael are very good at it.
My God. There's just so much corruption. It is just outstanding. Your mic, Paul.
Sorry, my bike is off. There.
Who are you waving to?
I was waving to the girls there. The girls just said I looked great. So thanks, girls. Thanks very much.
Please now.
But I'm going to...
Don't encourage him.
Okay, just bear with me there. Anthony has just released a statement to the members. So I'm just going to read out this statement. Listen, it's out there. I might as well read it out live. So, what's that noise? Okay. Sorry, I don't want to see that one. Subject: urgent change of plans for Saturday's rally attendance. Dear members, now this is for Ireland Force members. We are writing to inform you of a critical development regarding the rally schedule for this Saturday. Due to recent and credible information received concerning heightened security risks at the event, Ireland Force had made a difficult decision to reverse our official participation in the rally. After careful consideration, it is clear that the negatives firmly outweigh the positives on this occasion. While we remain committed to our cause and our message, the safety and well-being of our members must come first. As such, Ireland Force will not be attending the rally in any official capacity. We strongly advise that any members who still choose to attend do so with extreme caution. Please remain vigilant, stay in groups, and follow all safety guidance from local authorities. We suspect that the one person that could have made the national movement mainstream was deliberately undermined by the unnecessary usage of a controversial location. We will not facilitate the individuals who arranged the situation. We appreciate your understanding and your continuing dedication and shared mission. Sincerely, Anthony Casey, President, Ireland First. Okay, so there you have it. Let's get
Paul,
to the comments.
will you send on Frank the link? He's looking for it.
I'll send it into the AC group there now. Yeah, and people can ask there now. The lads come in. People can ask them because I'm here and Frank is in. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I sent Anthony the link there.
Mm.
Hello, Frank. How are you?
Hi, Frank. How are you?
Hi, Paul. Orla, how are you getting on? Are we all keeping well?
Brand, I just read out Anthony's statement there. I think they're coming in themselves there any now in a minute. You're on the
look at the colour of you, Frank.
Can you tell?
Yeah. Oh, sunny yourself.
Frank's only back from Lanzarote.
Yeah.
I didn't get a photograph in, but there was these new facial recognition and fingerprinting scanners being installed at the departure gates. So they'll be all up and running soon, I reckon.
Lovely.
People are putting in the comments there. Sorry, people are putting in the comments there. We'll be going. What does that mean? Sorry, what does that mean? Are we showing up? Well, yeah, it's just the Ireland Force are not showing up. And someone just said any anti-immigration party that doesn't turn up for that, yeah, rotten to the core, whatever that means. Bang, out of order. Not telling you first. Well, I think there was something sent out earlier. I was actually on a call earlier, so I came off the call to come on here. So, yeah. Hello, Frank. How are you? That's for you, Frank, obviously.
Eddie, how are you getting on?
Yeah.
Look, at the thing is, like, Anthony might be able to articulate it better than me. Ireland First as an official party, as a party, are not going to be officially there. And that's not to say that we as members or the Ard Collia won't be there. It's just under the banner of Ireland First. So people will be there. We will be there. Whether I'll go up later on or what, but we will be there. There will be people there, but under the Ireland First. Like, we have banners, we have flags ready to go. They won't be present, but we'll meet the members. Whether I'll know them personally, or recognize them, but there will be a number of people there, but not officially under the banner of
under the Ireland First banner. Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Yeah.
We'll be just John was just saying that. John was just saying, and if the lads in 1916 were afraid to come to Dublin, where would we be today? And then we have this one: any anti-immigration party that doesn't show up to the march are traitors. As Frank just said there, like, we are showing up. Okay, we're just not going as a party. In the party is not going. That's what was said, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Eric making an announcement on Saturday.
I think so. Yeah, I think he's making. I don't know if he's making it online or he's making some announcement on Saturday, like, do you know what I mean? But I think what Anthony's trying to do is just edge on the side of caution. Do you know what I mean? Because we don't know if there's going to be infiltrators there, if there's going to be trouble, and just for people just to be very mindful and just keep your wits about you. Like, the last thing we need is trouble there, because the guards will be there and they'll be looking for any reason to lift people.
Well, I'm just going to read out more comments there. Load of nonsense. Why try sabotage? And I don't know whether he is. I don't know whether that was sabotage. And our party backing down will not get the backing by people there. It's just the language that has to be used. Incognito style, lads. That's pure bullshit. Okay. What is the actual threat? If you're not going, don't go, but shut up. Okay. Yeah, I get that. Don't bother coming. We don't want you. Yeah. There we go. Tom was elected on an anti-migration platform. Now he's bailing. What a coward. Like, people aren't happy with this. Like, you know what I mean? Al Pacino on the podcast. How are you, Al? Joan, that's nonsense, Orla, and political suicide. Yeah. Antifa are well known to plant people in protest. Easily spotted. Fuck, I'm going. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, all nationalist parties should be present. Well, we will. Like, I'll be present. I'll be there. You know what I mean?
We are going to be there. We're going to be there. But look, it's better for Anthony to come on and explain it himself.
Yeah, there will be people there. And regarding the question about Derek, we don't know what Derek's announcement is. Derek is no longer part of the party in an official capacity. May return in the future, who knows? But we don't know what announcement he's going to make. In terms of the speeches that are going to be made on the steps of the Customs House, there was, I guess, no invitation put out for all sitting councillors. Tom, according to Tom, he wasn't invited up, asked to join them. So we don't know whether he was being sidelined. So that's not the main reason at all, you know, but it's just that whether Tom may be there, who knows, but under the Ireland banner, Ireland First banner, you know, as an official, we'd like to do our own events, and we will be doing our own events. We're building a grassroots movement. We are connecting with, you know, local people up and down the country. We want to do that, and as you know, falling in, you know, this is a peaceful demonstration. We were all geared up for it, and in terms of not knowing exactly what's going on regarding any statements that have been or have not been put out by the official organisers, we don't seem that it would, and that's only part of it, we don't seem it would be appropriate for us to follow in that type of, but on the official party capacity, as Paul said, regarding individual members or us as Ort Corlia, and we will be there, and we'd like to also move forward outside of, you know, Dublin, throughout the whole country, build a grassroots movement that way.
Yeah, someone just posted up. Paul, would you not go run the Ireland Force Party? You have the personality for it. Listen, we have someone in there, you know what I mean? So I think Anthony's doing a good job myself now, to be honest with you. But listen, if he doesn't want, just seems a bit weird. We need more info. More info is needed, I suppose. Yeah, I think so. Hey, yeah, just be careful. But this is exactly what I'm saying. Just be careful, people. You know what I mean? Like, we all know this is going to happen, and they're going to try and kick it off and everything else. We know that. You know what I mean? Mr. Gold, I'd vote for Paul in a flash. Thank you very much, Mr. Gold. Tom was invited to speak last week. Is this for publicity? I don't think so. Tom said he wasn't. I was speaking to Tom myself today, and Tom said he wasn't. I got a message today saying that that Rob or that Malachy was talking to him, and Malachy invited him. According to Tom, he wasn't. So, and he wasn't. He was only speaking to Malachy for a couple of seconds. He said he only sat down and had a cup of tea with him. I'm only going by what Tom told me. Great stream. Keep your eyes peeled. Yes. Mr. Gold. Oh, now give Anthony a chance. It's not been even a year yet. No, I know that Anthony feels, listen, I hope he comes on for the last few minutes. I don't know. Anthony feels that there will be trouble, and he doesn't want to have the members put in harm's way. So that's all, you know. Mr. Gold, give Anthony a chance. Yeah, that's that again. Nationalists are the makers of their own doom. With all this shit, grow up or show up. What's all the secrecy? If I'm risking my life going to have a decency to tell me otherwise, just shut up. I get all that, people. I really do. You know, forget the ignorance. I bet out the brave old man who gets the train up for the protest. Yeah. Paul's the oldest Joe Rogan. That's his.
Yeah.
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 I'm very confused. I'm confused myself, to be honest with you. Come to the park, grassroots community. John, I'm going to be honest with you. Going to the park, I don't know what you're going to the park for. There's nobody in the park. He will be away at the Pope's funeral at 10 o'clock on Saturday morning. You're going to the park for 2 o'clock. There's no way the president's going to be there. You're going to be going up there handing in nothing to nobody. So I don't agree with that either. Adam Chris, I just like Paul. I think he would make a great leader. Thanks very much. But listen, unfortunately, there's other people leading things that I have rolled in behind, and I'm happy to roll in behind, to be honest with you, because I think the party is going places, and I think there's going to be an announcement here on Saturday, and, you know, hold on, Joan is saying, what's Joan saying? He was invited at the meeting last week, and it was said that all elected councillors would speak, so that's bullshit. Okay, well, I'm just telling you what I was told today. I went back and said that, and that's what I was told, that he wasn't officially asked to do anything. And he was only speaking to Malachy for a few minutes. So, shoulder to shoulder, keep it peaceful and keep eyes peeled. Don't give the Garda any excuse for bollocks. I agree.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, just all people are saying, just keep your wits about you. That's it. Do you know? Like, we're all going.
You can't make an omelette without breaking a few eggs. People must stop being so easily manipulated. Fair enough. Terrorist attack, Kashmir, 28 Hindus slaughtered for Allah. Listen, there's all sorts of stuff coming out now about this mosque and that they were doing this and they were doing that. It's all hearsay at the moment. We don't know exactly what happened, and we really don't. So I'll be going. I'll be going. I was always going. And Joan is my friend, and I told Joan I'd help her doing the flags and everything else. So I'm still going to go. I'm going to go with me live stream. I'll be live streaming from 2 o'clock. So there's nobody will miss anything, like, you know what I mean? And I know some people are apprehensive and everything else, but I myself am not. I couldn't give a fiddler's about any of them, to be honest with you. I really couldn't. And I've shown that at all the protests I've been at. So I really don't care. They can come at me with whatever they want. I don't give a shit. Yep, what's happening around you? The comments are just flying in here.
Any news or scandal or anything down your area?
No, I'm going to bring Sarah up. I'm just going to bring Sarah up.
Yeah.
Hello, Sarah. How are you?
Hi, guys. I'm good. Thanks. Can you hear me? Anthony said he's going to come on there now. I just said because I don't know. It's kind of like you're attacked no matter what. Like, we just put out an email just to warn members to be careful. We will still be there as individuals. We're not just. It's just that we're not going to be there as like officially. Whatever the fuck difference that. Sorry.
Sarah. Frank, it's a pleasure having you on. Please come on every show. Sarah's on 2 seconds and just cursing.
I think Paul is doing a great job with these streams with Orla and friends and all in the background. I appreciate these a lot. Thank you very much.
We're doing our
Paul,
best.
can you play my 2-minute hop clip on the central bankers? I will indeed. I'll play it now because I have Frank on now. Frank likes to talk about central bankers.
Frank, you're very good at giving advice on this stuff.
So let's see what he put in there. Oh no, that's not Jaden. Where's Jaden?
And Anthony is coming in, by the way. He's just going to charge the phone.
Yeah,
no
cool,
problem.
No problem. Nick the Git. I'll pull that up now in a minute. Where's Jaden?
Sarah, you look like you're working at a call centre.
You're after what, a 3-hour meeting there, Sarah?
I know, but it's every fucking night though. It's like, honest to God, you know, it's non-stop. Like, there's Anthony.
Here we are.
There's Anthony there now. So people are asking in the streams there what that's all about and the whole lot. So I just you can more or less tell people there yourself. So go on.
Yeah, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So look, we've been informed that there may be there will be people there attending that will pose a massive security risk, and that there's a bit of a setup being done there. we've had this information from credible sources, and we feel that it's our responsibility to make people aware that there may be an issue or a risk at play. This is in terms of, look, a lot of people may have heard this already of tear gas being circulated and different things like that. It's no secret for the last week, especially, that the state have been after myself, as opposed to not just myself, but they're after certain right-wing people, as they put it. I've been in the paper 4 times this week, on the radio as well. They're waiting. To me, it has every hallmarks of a setup, and we know that
somebody's asking. They're informed by who. So I don't know. I don't know whether we can say who, but
can I just
have got.
Yeah, can I just jump in very quick? I saw Joan say cowards. I'm still going to be there. We're just not doing it officially. I'm still there. Our members are still going. We're just not doing it officially. I'll still be there. I'll be beside Paul. We're handing out 300 flags. You know,
well,
I'll still
Sarah
be there.
said she helped me as well, Joan. Sarah said she'll give us a dig out as well, Joan. So
yeah, hold on. I just want to address that as well, the whole coward thing. That's fine. It's our responsibility to make sure everyone is safe who is a member of that. We're calling out a credible threat that we believe is out there. People are free to go there as individuals if they want, but Ireland First won't be attending in an official capacity. There will be members of Ireland First there, but we have a responsibility to let people know what's going on if we hear stuff like that. That's the truth of it. So we're being responsible by saying that. What if we heard these credible information and we didn't tell anybody? What would you be saying then? How did they know this and they didn't say anything, and look what's out there happening? Like, people need to start thinking a bit smarter. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to think of more people than just ourselves here. So we're putting the word out to be, if you're going, err on the side of caution. That's what it is.
What are you saying?
They're laughing at Sarah's headphones. They look like they work at McDonald's.
I'm saying shadow play. Do you want to make that a meal?
Exactly.
Someone's saying that this is nonsense. Why scaremonger? Now, Lorraine O'Sullivan, far from cowards, it is our duty to let people know. And I will be honest with you, Shin and Adina were going as well, and they're making a presence. But with all the shit that's been going on with Shin and Adina this week, you know, I think we will be targeted. Like, you know what I mean? But we're all going to be targeted anyway, you know what I mean?
Mm.
Can I just clear this up for Joan? You have to understand, though, Joan, like, when you put out a statement to our members saying, be there, you're literally telling them to be there. So the onus is on you. When you're saying this is where we're going, let's be there. And then after that, if you hear that some things are going on in the background and there's a particular danger, it's also on you then to be like, FYI, we found this out. And again, just to say it again, I'll be there. I'll be there with Paul. I'll be there with the other members. So and pissy pants, why'd you come fighting? It's not gaslighting. We put out a statement saying be there. It's on us. Again, it's our responsibility to go back and be like, we found this out. Just be careful. We didn't tell anybody not to go. We're just saying, as I said, for the 4th time, I'll still be there. Like, I don't know. It's like, we don't tell people what to do. We're not a whipped party. So I don't know if that made sense to you guys. Like, but like, why are we getting like, no, Elaine, no, that's Elaine Sarah. She's in one of our groups. We're not. We're a group that has to be accountable. I'll still be there.
It's fairly obvious what we're saying is. It's fairly obvious. We're getting credible information of a threat there. And we're letting our members know that there may be a threat there. Err on the side of caution here. Like, it's very, very simple. It's not that hard to figure out, guys. You know, like, this isn't like, and we were going as of yesterday until we found this information out. And it's our responsibility that others know that. So people can say whatever they want. And, you know, the people in this room have stood up and have fought their corner and been crucified by the papers for everything they do. It's not as if we're sitting on the couch. We're saying it as it is. We always have said it as it is. We're not singling any individual out, but we are saying that this could well be a setup. But on top of that, there is very dangerous things happening. What if you thought it was grand, no one told you, and you brought your kids there? I've seen plenty of kids at the march before. This is very important. Don't bring your mother. Don't bring your daughter. Don't bring your son. Well, that's all I'm saying is to be very, very careful. Show up if you want to show up and fly your flag by all means. We're just letting you know what we've been privy to.
Exactly. Like, you know, as you said yourself, Anthony, like it's up to people then, you know, if they want to attend. And look, all we're just saying is just keep your wits about you. That's it. Like, you're not telling people not to attend, because hopefully, absolutely nothing will happen, and it will be there'll be a great crowd, and it'll be a fantastic day. And we don't want trouble, because the lefties and RT and all that are just going to love it if there's trouble, because again, it's a big bad far right.
Tom is telling people not to go. I don't think he did say not to go. He said if you were going, err on the side of caution. I think that's what it was.
Yes, to our members, we said that people can show. We're not going to officially attend, but we are saying to people, if you are attending, please stay in groups, be vigilant, and err on the side of caution. What kind of threat? A violent threat. A violent threat. The threat that's there is to instigate both sides to clash with each other, and for the guards to be ready to intercept, and for this to possibly try and shut down protests going forward. There's a lot of information coming through, and it's been coming through all day. Like we said, we were going to march there. It was a big opportunity for us to show both Sinn Féin and Ireland First in strength and numbers. We have a responsibility here, lads. Like, we cannot sit in our hands with the information we've been told and say, go ahead, but we're going to sit in the pub around the corner in case something happens. We're telling you that if you're going, please be very, very careful.
I think some people are still not getting the message properly.
They're not getting it.
You got to reread the statement, some of you, and you got to listen to what we're saying again. I'll just repeat it again, okay? As the party will not be there on an official capacity. In other words, we will not be having banners or flags or whatever else that will easily identify us, because you could end up being targets like Sinn Féin wearing the jackets or whatever it may be. Okay, and we are free to go ourselves. We will be practically all meeting up anyway, walking together, but not under a party banner. You know, you have infiltrators, undercover, whatever, and they mingle with people, and you don't know them. So why would we want to put a target on ourselves if we are being targeted? And we're not saying that we are, but if there's any viable threat out there, just the hit pieces that Anthony and Sinn Féin got the last week on radio and mainstream publications. There is a target on him, that way through media, drawing attention to it, and who knows, we don't want to do that to our members or anything like that. So we're not saying we're not going. We are going. Maybe some of us may not be. I don't want to speak on behalf of Tom, but I think Tom said he won't be going. He may change his mind. So other than that, as an official capacity, the party will not be there, but we will be there in an unofficial way.
Yeah, and look, people are very upset. Like, so what are we going to do? We're going to give up on the country? Hardly. It's one protest. We've all been to how many in the last few years? And we've never called this out before. So I think people need to think a little bit stronger about this. I'm going to be in Dublin, and I will be available to meet up with people, no problem. And that will be released to the members and of Ireland First and Sinn Féin. And also I'll be in the Black Forge for playing a bit of Irish music afterwards. But I will be there early around Dublin. All I'm saying is that things aren't what they seem there. There is certainly a violent threat coming through, and they're ready to clean up on it. And in regards to Sinn Féin as well, I'm trying to be responsible there, where Sinn Féin has grown massively in the last few weeks. There's hundreds and hundreds of members who've joined, and the hit pieces are out there. The state are afraid of it, and what they'd like to see is something going off and one blue vest there, and that's all they need to destroy it. Sinn Féin is doing a great thing for its community. It's a great community grassroots initiative. So it's partly, mainly, this is a safety responsibility warning, that we are alerted to threats there. But on the other side of it as well, the state could well be a setup too, in some regard. I'm just saying, people can go, absolutely. There's members of Ireland First that will be there. There's members of Sinn Féin that will be there. And in official capacity, we're not attending as a party or as an organisation for either.
Just
Someone asked.
Dahi just put in there a second ago. You didn't put up my other post, Paul. I didn't get any other posts from you, Dahi. I know you're a regular, mate. I didn't get any posts off you, so if you can put the post back in again, I will. No problem. I'm putting every post up I can here. It will be interesting to see whatever media coverage there is broadcasted on TV. It's not going to be much media coverage, to be honest with you.
Oh, well, sure, they have to put us up and say there was only 20 attending.
Someone said, Anthony, answer my question. Will Machete Muslim migrant men be there? Well, I don't know. We don't know.
How would Anthony know that though? But also, there was about 20 comments ago, there was a guy that said he cancelled his trip to Seville, and fair fucks to him. Like, you know, that was about 20 comments ago. So it's great, but like I don't understand this anger coming. I don't understand this. Like, if you read the statement that was put out, we're just saying we're not there officially. That just means that we're not going to have a banner. We will be there. And also, we're not a whipped party. We're not whipped. People can do what they want. Do you know what I mean? We don't tell people what to do. I don't understand this anger coming from our own people. I don't get it. Am I missing something, Paul? Like, where the fuck is this anger coming from? I'm sorry, the swear jar, I'll put the money into it, but I don't get it. Like, what the fuck?
People have a vested interest, you know. They want, obviously want to be represented or be members of Ireland First, if they are members, that is. And they want to kind of walk under a banner and walk together as a group and go forward and try and take our country back in that way. But I understand the frustration, but it's just there won't be an Ireland First banner.
Yeah, we're still going. Like, we're still going. We're meeting at the place that we told our members. Nothing has changed. We're just not going to have a banner. We're going as individuals. Like, I don't get this anger coming out in this space. Like, I don't get it.
You know, it doesn't make sense anyway, because how many protests have we been to? Even individually, not even collectively. All of them. You know, when people are saying you're afraid, this, that, and the other. We have been getting serious, incredible threats that we feel responsible to pass on. That's what we're doing here. So you can take it what you want to take it. We're not telling ye not to go. I get the anger if I was saying that ye shouldn't be going, but that's not what we're saying. We're letting you know the information we got and saying that we won't be there in an official capacity, but members will be there. But to stay wide, stay in a group, stay vigilant, and just be careful.
But look, we have the AC. Like, what? We have 7 of us now. Frank is there. I'm there. Paul is going to be there. Martin is going to be there. We're still all there. Like, it comes down to, like, we're still all there as individuals walking to protest against the government. Basically is what it is. So it's just the fact that we won't have a banner, but we're still there. When we say official capacity, like, we're getting caught up on language here. Nothing has changed. We're still going to be there. Nothing has changed. We're still meeting at where we said we'd meet when we sent the members the message. Like, nothing has changed. Like, I don't understand, guys.
Someone asked her, what's Maliki doing about it? We don't know what's Maliki, but what last I heard was that he is trying to recruit more stewards for the march or for the demonstration. So why he's done
so
that?
So if anyone can help with that, contact the organisers too. Yeah, we need as many as we can get.
They're also trying to say, make sure no one arrives with masks. Like, they're all out there getting this information too. People are wide to the information that this is not your normal rally. And we just feel it's a responsible thing to do by letting people know to be cautious, to be very extra cautious this time around if you're going.
And as you said, Anthony, you know, several others would have been told the same information as you. It's not just you that's saying it, you know. So, like, at the end of the day, you've elected councillors there that have a duty of care as well. You know what I mean? To be letting people know if there's something going on. And again, just to be careful and mindful, you know.
Just back to Joan there now. The statement was put out to members. Again, it wasn't put out publicly. It was just put out to members. Like, and I'm actually looking forward to meet you, Joan, because, like, Paul has spoken very highly about you. So I hope you don't box me in the head when you do meet
no
me.
No violence.
I know. But
no, Joan's a good one.
I know, but Joan, like, Paul has spoken, like, as I said, very positively about you. Like, but I think everything has gotten. This happened like 30 minutes ago. Like, do you know what I mean? It was literally 2 hour members. We have a duty of care. We put out a statement saying, come on up. And we just heard this information and we literally went back and we were like, this is what we've heard since. We will still be there. Like, that's literally all it is, you know, and it's getting taken out of proportion, guys. What the fuck? And I will swear.
And we have been to loads and loads and loads of protests over the last year. Loads of them.
Yeah, 3 years.
Well, like, we've always shown up.
Yeah.
We've always shown up. And thank God there's generally never been, I know the Kulak situation, Paul, was different in that, but generally there's been no issues, no problems, no nothing, like, do you know what I mean? But you just keep your wits about you and that's it, you know? But like, we've been to numerous protests all over the country in the last year.
Like Finbar saying about the kids will be there. That's one of the big reasons why we're saying it. Like, what if I say this again, what if we got this information and not told anyone, not told our members? Be very irresponsible. A lot of people had, like, you know, so it needs to be stressed that we are trying to be responsible and tell people that there's an extra credible threat here and to be err on the side of caution. I can tell you why Shinadina won't be there as well, because the state are doing everything they can to tear it down. There have been 3 or 4 articles this week, and if there is one bit of aggro there, which we've been told will be, that's all they need. One person in the blue vest and they'll tear Shinadina down completely. And that's too powerful and productive of a grassroots organisation for us to take that risk. And in regards to Ireland First, most Ireland First people are probably going to be there. They're going to be around Dublin anyway, certainly. And they're going to be in the Black Forge probably. But at the moment, we're saying to our members that we won't be in an official square with a banner. We won't be in a specific position. And we feel it's important that people know the risks, our members especially. You know, we have a duty to them. I would hope that other parties might let their members know in the same fashion.
Yeah. Well said, yeah. That's literally all it is. We're not saying we're not going. We're just not going to have a banner. As I said, I'll be there. I'm going to be with Paul. We're going to be handing out banners, like, or the flags, like. This got so out of proportion. Like, what the fuck, guys?
I guess people just want answers anyway. You know what I mean?
No, people are just looking for answers. That's all it is. That's all it is. You know what I mean?
Anthony is clarified it as best he can. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, but Anthony, sorry, right? And have you anything else you want to say, Anthony?
You better say it quick because we've only 2 minutes.
Yeah. Now hold on. Before you hold on. I get very emotional when Anthony starts talking.
Fuck off, Orla.
Come on, 2 minutes.
No.
So anything you want to say on a cheerful front, Anthony? Tell us all about you doing the music in the Forge.
Right, time's up now, sir.
We've a minute. Anthony, you have a minute, and I'm kicking everyone down.
Right. No, just basically that if you're going to the event, look, I'll be in Dublin around that time. I'll probably be in Connolly Station having a cup of coffee from 12 o'clock for an hour or two. I'll be chatting to people who are dispersing to the park or dispersing to the Garden of Remembrance. I'll be in the Black Forge at 7 o'clock playing a few tunes. So I'll be around and people are free to contact me. All I would say is err on the side of caution, please, everybody. There is a massively higher substantial risk going to this one. So maybe if you intend to bring your kids, maybe don't this time around. If you're intending to bring your elderly mother, maybe hold off this time around. That's all.
Okay, I'm going to drop you down. Frank, thanks for coming on, mate. I'll talk to you in a while. Sarah, thank you for coming on as well. Anthony, I'm going to drop you down. I'll talk to you in a minute. Orla, thank you very much. As usual, it's been emotional. Thank you very much. I'll talk to you later. People, we've reached 1,500. Fair play to everyone. It's been a great night, I have to say. I really enjoyed it, as I always do. And as I say every night, the truth is like a lion. You don't have to defend it. You just let it loose, and it will defend itself. Good night and God bless.